a stage check.
even if they're not that proud of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and sports fans of all ages, broadcasting live from the heart of the Duke City, it's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports. Two Man Off with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
With producer Isaiah Johnson.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
It's Friday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means I'm trying to recover from these opening ceremonies, man. I don't like any of it. I don't like anything I saw today.
Oh, seriously, the artistic integrity of France isn't your speed?
God, it's gross. It's so weird. And I'm a guy that loves a little bit of theater in my athleticism.
You're ruining it for me. I wanted to watch it at the later broadcast.
I don't care about you.
Rebroadcast at prime time. And I think I want to, from what I've seen, the clip so far, I think I want to do acid.
No.
I think I want to just eat some mushrooms and watch it.
Isaiah Johnson.
This is wild.
Back at the studio. Hello, Isaiah.
Hello,
I am not
Fred.
going to ruin this for you or Isaiah or any friends of the show, because any insight that I give you, any opinion that I give you, is only going to sound like this.
Wait.
This
All right.
Is France actually 15 years behind us in every single way? There was hardcore and there was stomp. There were people out there doing stomp.
Okay, that's wild. All right, I didn't know that was still a thing.
It's because breakdancing's in there. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Parkour started in France.
Parkour. You see that Notre Dame? I will jump over it.
I am bored today. I think I will jump off a building.
Do not think I cannot, because I will beret. But that's not
Have
a
you
verb.
seen me do a backflip off a park bench?
I can and I will. That was the open. Also, the way they're doing it, it's not in like a stadium, the really good way that like China did it. It's on a river.
Yeah, it's all over town.
This thing's only made for TV.
When does Braun show up?
LeBron.
I just saw a picture. I saw a picture of him holding the flag like George Washington.
Yeah, he should be crossing the De La Salle.
Last time they made a big deal about an athlete holding a flag, Aaron Rodgers ripped his Achilles.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, speaking of the flag, they put it up upside down.
That was so sad. Oh, France. Is this some kind of like political statement? Or are you just idiots?
The Olympics, they are in distress.
I think we put the 3 rings on the top. No. They put the rings on the bottom.
It's like a pyramid. How will it stand? What are they doing?
It is like a multi-level marketing scheme, but rings.
Now hear me out. It's a metal horse down the river. Does it swim? Is it swimming down the river? No, it floats.
No, it is a floating horse.
Just like in the 1904 what's bad.
Or like a brown one, like a black one. Or
No.
Shiny silver.
It is a transformer.
It is actually a robot horse.
Mm-hmm. But wait, there's more. Isaiah, have you seen any of these opening ceremonies yet?
I haven't. I'm upset. I thought it was going to be, I made the mistake of thinking it was like in America. I mean, not literally, but I thought it would be at like 6 or 7 or
Oh, you
something.
thought it was going to be
Yeah,
live?
how dare France not bend to the will of our time zones?
If they delayed it, that would have been a note of shame.
I saw the picture. I thought it was like AI or something. I'm like, wait, what do you mean LeBron's holding?
you-
Allen Iverson's not there?
Yeah, he should be. Are you talking about the Transformer horse Jesus walking across the Nile River.
Oh, it's still going.
It went forever.
Is it? Still, are you replaying this thing over and over again, or is this just live?
So we're live at Ice Force Ballpark. Come hang out with us when the doors open at 5:30. Also get a cool bucket hat. Here, the bucket hat is brought to you by Champion Express too, and our car wash friends are gonna be next to us. And I'm gonna make them come over here because I got some questions. I don't think, and I don't know this, I don't think there's a difference between traditional wax and turtle wax.
Well, turtle wax is made out of real turtles. That's how you know it's good.
Shredder endorsed. So
also miss me with this champion. I'm Team Mister.
The coolest thing about the Olympic ceremony was the suit jacket that LeBron had on. I don't know if they all. I know other people had on a navy one,
but I don't know.
I'm the big. It's like a cream, right? It's like a cream
it's
white.
like a San Francisco Giants jersey.
And then
It's
you
like
got
a St. Louis Cardinals Saturday jersey.
you got the polo on there with the USA colors. That suit jacket's well over
Pretty
$1,000.
sure everyone wears the same thing, and the flag bearers
Yeah, they
With
get
the
wear
white
a different
version.
jacket. They get the white
special
ones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you have to be the leader. So there's this boat. It's a catamaran. So they put it in the middle of the river,
Mhm.
and then they put this transformer horse on top of it with its own spotlights, man.
Okay.
So it's being illuminated from the river up, and then keep in mind it is a transformer robot. It is made of horse robot parts. It is not a real horse.
I haven't seen a close-up yet. Is that a
Oh,
human riding it?
It's a real life human
It's
being.
a human being riding it.
Now, riding it is an interesting term because that's the term you would use if you're on an actual horse. I'm going to say balancing.
Balancing.
This is a human. This is trying not to end up in the drink. Oh my gosh, this is the worst thing. So then, all right, so this obviously this all started like mid-afternoon or whatever, right? So I'm at the house. They do the parade. The parade is neat. It's cool. You know, you get all the flags out there. You get the Assassin's Creed person gets off of the horse, and then they get onto a real horse.
Oh, that's the same guy. The Assassin's Creed guy.
The Assassin,
Same guy as a river horse guy?
Ezio.
Okay.
what's his name?
Ezio. I mean, that's what it is. That's one
Thank
of the cool
you. I
ones.
appreciate that you had that in
The
your
French
repertoire.
guy's name or the Assassin's Creed guy's name?
Ezio. I mean, Ezio's. He's one of the characters.
Ezio Amore. So he's the guy on the metal horse. Also, could be a lady, very small wrist. And then they make their way to like a steed right underneath the Eiffel Tower, where they're joined like Charlie Conway and a flying V of flags behind them, like they're trying to score on Team Iceland in the Goodwill games. And then they're presenting the flag at the base of the French stairs of oppression or whatever, and this is where they raise the flag upside down.
So, this silver Assassin's Creed person, I know they're going for like a rippled effect on the hood,
Yeah.
but it's a little too circular.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know human anatomy. It looks a little BH to me.
It looks like
It's a little silver BH.
It looks like a dark helmet from Spaceballs was trying to be Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they just got some silver Krylon
It's really
from
bad.
Home Depot.
Oh gosh. One time WCW tried to make the Shockmaster, who was a professional wrestler, and it was just a stormtrooper's helmet that they put glitter on. That's what this thing looks like.
Okay. Shoulder pads are a little extra.
It's not good. It is not good. So anyway, so it's lots of just hands over water, and it's lots of ignoring parts of Paris that are less than desirable to attend. And then as they raise the flag and they light the deal and it's upside down and everyone is doing a golf clap, but not just Olympic golfers, like everyone in attendance. And then it ends so boring.
Oh, awesome. It's raining too.
Oh, it was raining.
That's fantastic.
And whenever they were giving the speech, there's a lady behind with an umbrella, and she just holds it without even like flexing her arm 1 centimeter. She holds it for like an hour.
What is she, like an archer?
She's like an umbrella archer. She's like if Mary Poppins was an Olympic competitor.
Ah, I see here. You think you
Is that
got
Mark?
you could get that is not
It's some French Olympic guy.
the head of the French Olympic
Yeah,
Committee or something like that.
Welcome.
Thank you, lady, for the umbrella.
You've held it very long.
You should have got a larger one that could cover both of us.
Hear me out. It was the worst opening ceremonies in the history of opening ceremonies. There was a Smurf laying on top of a table, naked.
That was an adult man. That was not a Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
He was a full-size adult man.
Papa Smurf
covered in blue paint.
In the buck, the way that you would like the way the Simpsons would draw a cartoon pig with an apple in its mouth on at a Thanksgiving dinner. He's laying on a table, and they're doing this Renaissance-style photography of him where it's like the Last Supper behind him with the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life. By the way, I'm very pro whatever you want to be in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this was a little too weird. This went all over the world, France.
Have you been to Cirque du Soleil?
Yes.
I think Cirque du Soleil produced this whole thing.
Circus lame is what this thing was.
Cirque du Soleil.
If you have not watched the opening ceremonies yet, and you plan on watching it tonight, do what I'm doing and go see Deadpool.
Okay,
like
it's a great idea.
Don't do the opening ceremonies. Do literally anything else. China did it so much better. The awe that I was in with the way they got all those people to walk in unison and do walk dancing and drones and lasers and smoke screens and it was tremendous and it was lovely and special, and this French opening ceremony was booty. It's been booty.
The highlight for me, and I'm sure the highlight for all of America, was Snoop Dogg crip walking with the Olympic torch. He was sea walking underneath the Arc de Triomphe with the Olympic torch. Grandpa Snoop did it right for us today.
Wait for Peacock to put out the highlight reel with Kenan Thompson and Kevin Hart and just watch that.
You know, that new Deadpool's got a 97% audience rating.
Yep.
On day one?
Yep.
Yeah, just you mentioned it. I'm like,
I will check out the ratings. Be watching it.
Yeah, 97% audience, 80% Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty high.
Yeah, I can't believe the most fanatic fan base of all of them is putting over the thing that they think is coolest.
But they're actually good. Like, all of them have been
they've
good.
been good. They've been good. The only Marvel...
I like how self-aware they are. Making fun of themselves while making a good movie.
If they don't make fun of how bad all of the women-led ones have been recently, they're doing a disservice to me, the fan, that recognizes that every time Marvel puts out a movie with a strong heroine in it, that it is garbage and it's not worth seeing, and Miss Marvel is booty, and the She-Hulk was stupid, and I don't like the prominent roles.
I watched like 12 minutes of She-Hulk. I watched Miss Marvel, and it made me want to do strong heroin.
Yes.
Yeah, it was bad.
It is the best. It is the absolute best.
Who does Scarlett Johansson play?
She's Black Widow.
Her character's good.
Yeah, in a movie with a bunch of cool dudes doing cool dude stuff.
Oh, my God. Compared to the rest of the female-led Marvel movies, Black Widow is now a masterpiece.
Yes, and it is. And when it came out during
Not
COVID,
good.
It came out during COVID, like after I had COVID, and I was like, oh, I wish COVID would have got me worse.
By the way, have a mother, sister, and daughter that I love more than anything.
Are they in the Marvel movies?
Marvel, do better.
Do better for them.
Do better for them, please. Do better for all these young children who are watching.
She-Hulk was
booty.
Upsetting. They had She-Hulk twerk. Come on. Canceled immediately. I saw the trailer.
Canceled? Has it been canceled?
As far as I'm concerned, yeah. Because I was already upset. I was already upset with how they did the Hulk, the original Hulk in the past couple of Marvel movies. And then I'm thinking, like, okay, they're giving us something. And then that was a fail. But I guess there's a Red Hulk coming out. So hopefully some Red Hulk movie.
Red Hulk?
There's actually, you guys may know the name of the guy who's playing it.
Okay,
you gotta help me out here.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I'm not familiar with the Red Hulk.
If you, no clue. If you're watching,
is he like a ginger or like a native?
Harrison Ford.
What?
The very famous Harrison Ford that everyone knows.
Harrison Ford is playing a Red Hulk.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you talking about Red Skull, and that's already been played by someone else?
Nope. I'm looking at an actual picture. They gave like an actual preview picture of what the Red Hulk.
Who is they?
Marvel.
Okay.
Yes, Marvel. The fans are excited about it. Everyone approves. I don't know too much about Harrison, but the fan reaction was positive.
Oh God, dude! Please learn about Harrison Ford.
I'm sure I've seen
Han Solo,
Indiana Jones,
Indiana Fitzgerald Jones. Come on, man.
Get off my plane.
No ticket.
So do those two personalities match for you?
I don't even know what a Red Hulk is.
I have no clue.
He looks like the Hulk, but he's red. Now, I don't know the storyline about him. It'd be interesting. I mean, maybe.
What is Harrison Ford? What is he Hulk about?
The amount of Marvel knowledge I have.
The blue plate special isn't the one he wanted
he's
today.
Not the blue Hulk, so he's mad.
What is a Harrison Ford going to be mad about?
Here's what I know about
Walgreens is out of Metamucil.
I know exactly what I see on the movies they give me and nothing else. I've never read a comic book. I don't know backstory or lore. I know that the only good one with a lady was WandaVision, and for some reason they won't make a second season.
That's wild.
That's all I know about Marvel.
Okay, so here's what it says. As a young man, Thaddeus Ross, Thaddeus Ross will be the Red Hulk's name, enlists in the military and receives his nickname from his troops because he, in quote, struck like a thunderbolt when leading them into action. He rises the ranks to general and boasts a powerful hatred of Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, spending his career hunting the monster down. So this is like some guy that I guess.
So he's a villain.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a villain, it appears. So maybe this brings back the Prime Hulk.
I'm really excited for his like scratchy voice and scowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can already. This is what it's going to end up being. It's going to end up being like Ryu versus Ken in Street Fighter. It's just they have the same moveset, just their gis are different colors.
It's going to crush it in New Mexico.
Red or green. Yeah.
So from the look of it, if you were a big comic book fan, which I'm not, but if you were to read the comics, I guess he's in the comic storyline. Like the comic nerds knew exactly what was going to happen in Endgame.
Did they know that Celine Dion was going to have a comeback performance at the opening ceremonies with Lady Gaga? Oh, it seems like they don't know as much as they think they do.
I got an alert on my phone that Gwen Stefani and Anderson .Paak did the Olympic theme this year.
Near.
Can we come back to that, Zay?
I don't. There's no way you're gonna be able to find that. And
it's like the biggest song in the world. It's not Eminem right now.
It's the Olympic song. Or
yeah, the Olympic song.
Like recorded in a studio.
Yeah.
Oh, not like a live performance. I've not heard it.
Yeah, I think they just dropped it like officially last night. I don't know. Anderson .Paak
It's not 1 day old. I mean, that's not on me.
Midnight.
How am I supposed to know it's 1 day old?
I got an alert on my phone.
So on my phone,
the algorithm knows I love Anderson .Paak. So like, yeah, here you go, buddy. You'll like this.
I have the newest iPhone. I'm that guy. I have it. The only notifications I get are calls and texts. Everything else I have turned on. This thing does not talk to me unless I am engaging it. Or you can text and call me. But if Uber is like, hey, I need you to know about something, or Prize Picks is like, this is what's up, I'm like, on my time. It's what's up on my time.
All right, Jay, you now have the YouTube link, and I believe we should live react.
Okay, I will live react.
Yeah.
Now, wait, is this Celine Dion?
Fingers crossed there's no N-word in it.
Is this Celine Dion or no?
This is the Gwen Stefani Anderson .Paak one.
Oh, so that's not so. Celine Dion and Lady Gaga teaming up, that's worldwide news.
I know exactly what that song's going to sound like. The Anderson .Paak and Gwen Stefani song, I'm pretty curious.
It is tough for me to think that the Olympics in France, when they explain to the entire world who Gwen Stefani and Anderson .Paak are, whenever they have a perfectly good Celine Dion and Lady Gaga right here, who are already world renowned.
She's not even French. She's French Canadian.
I believe she's 0% French.
It's a stretch.
Also, I think they like her English songs. Whenever we get back from the break, we react to more opening ceremony stuff. Also, I think this is Van's first opening ceremonies on the radio. It's a good distraction. 2 minutes off, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline. It's
So our Isham Diddle soundbite of the day is going to be this Gwen Stefani song. 505-881-0422, ishamdentalabq.com. Reach out to Scott Isham over at Isham Dental. Do it through the web portal at ishamdentalabq.com. You get that free exam and x-rays. I think I've said this a bunch of times on this program. I definitely have said it to all my friends. My smile is a million times better because Scott Isham put his fingers in my mouth.
I have to agree.
Okay.
I have to agree.
All right.
You smile more. We appreciate that.
Me?
Yeah.
I've been sad lately. It's the Isham Dental soundbite of the day. Now, is this a cover of a song or is this an original?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Hello world, where you
Oh, hi.
been? I've been waiting for you and your
Oh, so
friends.
Bruno Mars.
One love,
That's another Anderson Paak.
It's the same.
They sound very
Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars had a group together called Silk Sonic.
They're the same guy.
This is very bubblegum.
Is the Weeknd in this? Because it sounds like the Weeknd is also in this. Is he doing the woo? Well, I've had enough of this. No one's saying
Hold on.
this is good, right?
Okay, this is belligerently average. They tried to make this one for everyone.
Have you heard this yet?
No, I haven't. I just saw an alert on my phone earlier. And then this is the first time I'm hearing it right with you.
Let's see what Gwen has to say.
Oh, they're a team in this one.
Yes.
Okay. Gwen Stefani has not been good since Spiderweb. This is what's supposed to be getting our Olympic athletes up for competition. This is the thing that's supposed to fire them
No,
up.
this is the thing that's going to be on McDonald's commercials.
Way better than this song is. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, that's iconic.
Well, we
This is
can
definitely a Target commercial song.
yeah,
Yes.
we can toss this.
Yeah.
This is as bad as Train's Soul Sister.
Anderson Paak's last album with producer Knowledge, No Worries,
I need to learn who Anderson
stylized NX Worries, is fantastic. That was awful.
All right, so
I know he did
That
an
hurt
album.
my feelings.
I know he did an album with Bruno, but
Yeah,
I didn't know
Silk Sonic.
I didn't know he sounded that much like Bruno.
it's the exact same. And I'm so
Especially like with a super poppy beat, they sound exactly the same.
But but Bruno's got to have more. Bruno's up
well,
there.
he's at least worldwide famous. All right,
Anderson Paak is now.
no, he's not.
Yes, he very much is.
All right, I'm opening up my Spotify, and yep, pretty easily I was able to block Anderson Paak from ever coming up. So thank you for this because my Spotify is now better. How nice of a thing that this exists.
I dearly love Anderson Paak. I think he's a great artist, and I'm glad that he got big. But that one hurt my feelings.
That's
a bad song.
I mean, his vocals were good. I mean,
he did pretty well. I think the expectation was much higher.
He sounds really. He reminds me of have you ever heard of Adam Levine, who's terrible?
Oh,
That's what
he's
that
terrible.
was.
Oh God, you call him the Black Adam Levine?
I'm calling him the Black Adam Levine.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, that sucks for him.
Oh,
That's
man.
more of Bruno. That's more of Bruno.
They're the same. They're the same guy. I saw it.
Adam's status is puts him in Bruno territory.
Why-
Adam Levine is not terrible.
Is Anderson .Paak French?
He's from California.
So probably not.
No. Neither is Gwen Stefani.
But this is for Team America, or is this for all the Olympics?
I think it's for all the Olympics.
Oh, that's so dumb, dude. Why are there not? Is there not a Claude anyone out there right now doing French music?
A Jacques something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anderson .Paak is mixed African American and Korean.
so that's not even close. Oh, Pack, P-A-A-K, Pack. That
Mhm,
tracks. Okay.
mhm.
I didn't know. I thought maybe it was a stage name. I didn't know. All right, so Daft Punk is French. Why didn't they have them do it?
That'd be very weird.
I mean,
we've never seen what Daft Punk looks like. Daft Punk could have been the one riding the horse. We'll never know.
hey, Daft Punk.
How would we ever know?
Daft Punk could be Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. No one.
No,
knows.
we had no idea.
We don't
We
know.
had no idea.
Yeah, I'm not about that. And isn't there like a super patriotic, like someone that the United States could have used in this instance? Like,
Not in this political climate.
there's not, right?
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
where's Jack Black?
Oh man,
Let's put him out there.
yeah, maybe Jack, not KG.
No,
Not Kyle Gass.
Kyle's done.
He's done.
He's done. I didn't
Poor
say
guy.
Tenacious D.
Rest in
I
power,
said
King.
the remainder of
Uh-huh.
Tenacious D. As we're talking about the opening ceremonies over in France, the Olympics are officially underway, even though soccer already started. And Canada really tried to save face after their soccer coach used a drone to record other teams' soccer. And they sent Celine Dion over there, who's I'm going to make sure I got her. Do you know her story right now?
If you want to save face, you send us Celine Dion now.
She is the only one who can unite us. She has stiff person syndrome. Have you heard of this?
Stiff person syndrome.
Yeah.
I feel like I may have known some people that had it. I don't know.
I don't. It's a rare autoimmune neurological disorder that most commonly causes muscle stiffness and painful spasms that come and go, and it worsens obviously over time. I think it's like Lyme disease.
Sounds like I've
goodness.
got it. I think I've got.
So it affects her muscles and her
Yep.
nervous system.
Cannot walk.
But her heart will go on though, right? Is that true?
Near, far, wherever you are. I had Bell's palsy for a period of time.
I could do Celine Dion and Lady Gaga next. Just keep this thing rolling.
Their thing was fine. It was fine.
Doubt it.
Lady Gaga's got a new movie coming out. I believe she is the new Harley Quinn or something. Did you see
That
this?
is accurate. Yeah.
Right? And if you recall, whenever I think the last movie I saw her in was the cowboy movie with Cooper Rush Bradley. With Cooper Rush Bradley. Cooper
I don't
Bradley.
think I saw that one.
It's the
Cooper
remake of a remake of a remake
Ah,
where Chris Christopherson finds a famous singer in a bar and then turns her into a worldwide celebrity. I can't tell you the name of it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
not off the top of my head, I don't.
It's the one Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. That's what, yeah, Cooper Bradley. Bradley Cooper. So then,
Rush.
Rush. So then, Cooper Milton Bradley Rush.
Limbaugh.
Thank you. Is
A
the
Star is Born is a movie.
the Star is Born?
Oh,
Yes.
right. I do remember that coming out. I did not watch that one.
Well, you should not have. So
That
you did
one-
fine.
That was not for me.
Well,
Kind of like that Anderson .Paak and Gwen Stefani song. Not for me.
there was
either.
a song in that movie that was just as bad.
Oh.
Where Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, Rush, Limbaugh,
Mhm.
the Storius,
Mhm.
where they were singing together. But the problem with that one was she was doing on the media and she was doing everything. She's like, I felt like there were 100 people in the room, but only Bradley Cooper was looking at me, and he gave me a shot. And if everyone needs their own Bradley Cooper, you're going to get this exact same terrible Lady Gaga
Hmm.
promo. By the way, we've already established who Harley Quinn is in our generation. You can't go from Michael Keaton to anyone else. There's only one Batman.
So the person whose name I can't think of right now, that's the only Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Yeah, there's been
Margot
so many-
Robbie.
Ah, there you go. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I didn't even know Bradley Cooper was a singer. Like I didn't.
He's not.
He's not.
When
I could tell you. I heard the song.
the song now. Hey,
The song sucked.
the song I have bad.
No,
Depends
it's
what mood you're in.
it is full bad. It's not half bad.
If you're in the mood for bad songs, boy, do I have the song for you.
We continue breaking down the opening ceremonies of the Olympics whenever we get back. Also, we got some Isotopes players joining us today. Juan Hillman will be with us at 4:45. That's going to be a lot of fun. Josh Rogers returns to the program at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we hand this program off to the Isotopes Media Network at 6:15, where we will then go upstairs and turn on the opening ceremonies and eat ballpark hot dogs. You won't. You'll have a salad.
Good deal.
Not so bad. Let's tune it on. Live from Isotopes Park, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're live at the ballpark. All right, Isaiah, we talked about the flop that was No Doubt and Sonic Highways. All right, now, this is Celine Dion and Lady Gaga at the opening ceremonies, and this is just a super little clip of it because we don't need to be weirded out the way that Van weirded us out with his Anderson pack of bad decisions.
That hurt me. That one hurt me deep.
All right, whenever you're ready, Isaiah. Celine Dion at the opening ceremonies.
Donc l'amour inondera mes matins.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful, man.
Quand mon corps
Somebody's going to ice skate to this.
Yeah. You know what this is going to be at? A wedding.
Wait, is she speaking French this whole time? I thought she just wasn't like enunciating her words.
I'm closing my eyes. I'm imagining the Lumiere dancing, telling me to be his guest. She's Stone Cold Killer.
Where's the Lady Gaga part? Or was that Lady Gaga?
No,
that was Celine Dion.
That was Celine Dion.
Everybody knows that
She
voice.
looks a lot like Nikki Glaser, doesn't she?
I'm gonna have to Google someone real quick.
Who does?
How old is that? N-I-K
N-I-C.
Keyglazer.
Or S-E-R, but she'll come up.
No. I'm not familiar with this guy.
I don't think so. She's
Maybe
pretty
just
funny.
in that video. She was one of the roasters for the Tom Brady roast.
Might be
And
the best
she
one.
She's like a CW host.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not
Yeah, well.
necessarily my path of entertainment, but I'm in.
Okay.
Give it up for Celine Dion, though, on the return. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to have a comeback, do it on the world stage of the Olympics.
I'm glad her mannequin person syndrome got better so she could
It's not what it's
perform
called.
at the
It's a
Olympics.
very real disease.
What is it?
I don't know why.
That's what you said.
I don't know why you're having
What did you call it?
this energy about it. It's a very real disease. Stiff person syndrome.
That's what I said.
No. My brother got bit by a tick one time and had Lyme disease.
Well, did you do tequila shots off of him?
What does that mean?
Because he had Lyme disease. That's my favorite thing to pair with tequila.
Juan Hillman joins us whenever we get back from the break so we can talk baseball while we're at the baseball park. We're live at Ice Toast Park. Doors open at 5:30. Get a bucket hat. Get a bucket hat.
Show up early.
Champion Car Wash is giving you a bucket hat. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the top down in the BMW. I'm going to put the bucket hat on. I'm going to go through the Champion Car Wash.
Don't do that.
That's what I'm going to
Nuh-uh.
do. My head will stay completely dry.
Let me see one of these
Car
bucket
won't.
hats when we get back. You know I love the bucket hats. I want to.
I told you, Black Beret only. We're celebrating France. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from the ballpark, the sports animal.
boy.
Well, welcome back to the program. 2 Men On live at the ballpark. We got a fun guest. Juan Hillman's here. Let's go.
What up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So you pitch. You're from Florida. You're here in the desert. You may or may not have celebrity parents. There's a lot going on in your world. How do you turn it all off to laugh at the opening ceremonies of the Olympics like I've been doing all day?
Honestly, I'm a fan of anything they do.
Yes.
Anything Olympic-wise, I'm a fan of. It can be water polo. I'm watching it. Ping pong. I definitely love ping pong.
Oh, ping pong.
I'm
Wild.
a ping pong guy myself. I just downloaded a game on my phone to play ping pong.
I believe it's called Pong. I have it.
You're talking about the 70s video game Pong. That's what you're referring to. Okay.
Hey, do you play a lot of games though? Because the Olympics just said they're putting esports in. That's the new one.
Oh, honestly, I might be sports games wise on this team. I might be the best one. I haven't played anyone on the team yet, but
because of fear, they're afraid.
we haven't set it up, but I love video games.
Yeah.
We got some true Call of Duty gamers in our locker room.
Yo.
They have an A and a B squad.
Okay.
That's how serious we are about gaming on Warzone. But they're way better than me on that. But sports games, I'm taking that all day.
How many seasons of college football 25 you played yet?
Well, I'm playing quarterback in one, and running back in the other. My running back, we won my freshman year.
Had to.
I was second string the whole year. Played for
That's
I was playing for Auburn, and then I'm quarterback for Georgia. I took the easy way.
Okay.
But you grew up in Orlando. Like, why didn't you pick like Miami? Why not Florida State?
I'm not a big Florida State fan.
Okay.
I love Florida schools. Of course, I'm from Florida, but I'm an Oregon Duck fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for a while since
they got cool jerseys. We get it.
Yeah, they honestly started with the uniforms when I was a kid. Like my brother used to always play with them in NCAA, and then that's when they had Dennis Dixon, Michael James, and all those guys. So they were the fastest team in college and had the coolest uniform, so I had to take it.
LeGarrette Blunt,
Kenyon Barner.
Oh, Kenyon Barner.
Yes, he knows.
LeGarrette Blunt has done our show too many times. Every time LeGarrette Blunt has done our show, we have to take a while.
Yeah.
He comes in with a certain energy.
Sure.
Of weed.
Also, we can't just put it up immediately, and we definitely can't do it live.
No.
Gotta edit that. We gotta edit that bad boy.
Nah. Okay.
What year were you drafted?
2015.
All right, and you're a second rounder, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, talk to me about the anxiety of draft. Because did you know you were going to be second rounder the whole time? Did you think you might not go at all? Did you have an idea the first round might have been your spot?
I knew it was up in the air.
Yeah.
Going into my senior year for the most part. I mean, once you get to that level of competition, you start noticing, okay, these guys are draft ready as well. Yeah. And then you line up against them and see how you do against those guys. And if you're doing pretty well, then you know you're in a good spot. And so senior year, I knew I had a good chance, and junior year as well.
Yeah.
Followed behind my brother, Nick Gordon. And so watched the scouts come to all the high school games, all the showcases he went to, I was there. So just kind of watching him and then going through it myself my senior year. I would say my senior year, I didn't think it would bother me a little bit, but sometimes it creeped in my mind that I'm not performing or maybe I could be doing more.
Right.
Because it was just my time. So it definitely creeped up on me a little bit, but I enjoyed every second of it.
So when you were coming up in Florida and then Cleveland drafts you,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Cleveland. So did you go to Cleveland first or you just go to spring training in your backyard?
No, I went to Cleveland. My mom, my stepdad, Tony, and we went up there. And I actually had my little cousin as well. I remember it all. And signed the contract at Progressive Field.
Oh, how cool.
And then I think I flew home for maybe 2 days, got my stuff, and shot out to Goodyear, Arizona.
How has the altitude here affected your game? Like, do you have different game plans, like different routines when you're here versus when you're on the road?
Honestly, no, not much. I pretty much know myself as a pitcher. I need to do whatever it takes to keep that ball down.
Right.
Yeah.
So I keep the ball down and keep it on the infield or in the park, especially here. Yeah. I had my true experience of leaving the ball up here, and it got shot over right to center field and right to right field by the same guy.
Oh no.
Same guy in the same week, and I was just like, you know what? He had my number this week. Oh well, like just try to sweep it under the rug if you can. But it definitely plays a part more so to me on my body more than anything.
Okay.
It's a little harder for me to recover. Yesterday I wasn't feeling great at all. Today I woke up feeling great. So, and get ready for the game tomorrow.
And that physical prep and that mental prep, they're parallel, but they're very different, right? And you're a guy who starts games. You're a guy who comes out of the bullpen. You know, how do you prepare yourself, not just physically, how do you prepare yourself mentally that you could be doing 2 or 3 different things this week?
You just got to stay locked in and be where your feet are.
That's a good way. I like that.
Yeah, they tell you hey, you're starting today because the starter went down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, or, hey, we need you in the pen today. We think you can give us some good deep innings for the team. And I'm with it either way. Always been a team first guy. And I've always been a guy who when I do start, I want to try to pitch the whole game or get as deep as I can in the game to where we only maybe have to use 2 guys out the pen.
Oh, okay.
And that's always been my game. So that's why, like, you'll see, I'm starting to try to go for strikeouts a little bit more now, but I never really was that guy. I'll just, hey, here it goes, hit it on the ground, let's get out of here. I was always that guy. So
do you count your pitches whenever you are starting a game? Is that a number in the back of your head?
Nah, because you know you're gonna lose count no matter what.
Okay.
Like, it definitely was some times I went out there before. I know I'm throwing a lot of pitches, so this is just for example, 3rd inning, I'm around 58 pitches.
Right.
I know if I don't get out of that 3rd inning by the time these 58 pitches or by the time I get to 70, I'm out of here.
Right.
So I try to. That's when the counting may come into effect a little bit, but end of the day, you don't need to think about that because that's just taking your focus off that next pitch. And that may be the difference of a ground ball or a home run.
And, you know, I think the reason I ask is Van and I were having a conversation earlier in the week about a no-hitter from the Padres.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so,
Cease.
Yeah, so Cease goes 112 or 116?
14.
Yeah,
114, and his arm didn't fall off.
Yeah.
And I go, I don't understand. I feel like I've been told by experts everywhere all over the internet and cross Talking Head TV that your arm will just fall off.
We throw so much to where our body we can really take it. We can put up with it, but that's not an everyday thing. Maybe, situation, no hitter. There's history being made. You want that guy to get out there. Now, if he would have given up a hit around 95 pitches, he's coming out of the game easily. So
100%.
But it's just, we're definitely built up for it if you've been starting that long. But I definitely can't do that right now.
Juan Hillman joining us on the program. He wears 51 for your Isotopes, and he pitches from the bump.
All right. For the friends of the show who are listening only and not watching, your sunglass game is very strong.
Oh yeah,
you got the white frame.
I wear shades anywhere.
Purple gradient. Like who's the swaggiest dude in the locker room?
Swaggiest dude in the locker room? It depends because I'm a creative guy. So I like to go from different genres, I would say. It depends if we're going to the dad look, the sporty look, the streetwear look. Sure. I kind of go from range. I have the streetwear look for the team for the most part. So in the streetwear look, I would say I'm pretty up there.
Have you picked anything up from Albuquerque that you've incorporated into your look? Is there any sort of culture or style here where you're like, this is going to follow me around the country?
Maybe the bucket hats.
Okay, from tonight.
But I wear that as on a daily basis. I love the sun. I love the West Coast. I'm a West Coast guy at heart, I would say. But kind of reminds me of Arizona, just a more toned down by far. Arizona.
No snakeskin pointy boots from the South Valley.
I never wear cowboy boots. So I can't do it. I'm still Floridian at heart always.
Juan Hillman, thank you for sitting down with us, bro. Thanks for laughing a little bit.
Definitely appreciate you guys having me.
Whenever we get back from the break, we continue. It's like our own Olympic parade, but with Isotopes players. Josh Rogers after this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tuning on
95.9
FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Nice hot.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Isotopes Park. Thanks for tuning in to us. Before you tune into the opening ceremonies, I watched them this morning. They were booty. Josh Rogers is with us. Let's go.
Whoa.
Back to the program. Back to the program.
I like that. Welcome back to Albuquerque.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you went up and hung out with the big club for a couple weeks there. Got around the country a little bit. Threw a lot. Got a W.
Yes, sir.
Way to go. And then you went and pitched it in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. Had you been to Busch Stadium yet?
No, that was the first time.
Yeah.
I'm an East Coast guy, too, from Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So, a lot of Cardinals fans. I had some family and friends come up. First time in that stadium. My dad's been a couple times, but,
Sweet.
man, it was special. It's really cool. It's baseball.
It's a cathedral, man.
Yeah,
It is a cathedral. The backdrop of the arch and just as special. What's that moment? When they call the bullpen, they're like, all right, warm up. Like, walk us through that for you. Walk us through how you go from getting ready to getting out on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I've been a starting pitcher my whole career,
Yeah.
so it's very routine based. You've got 5 days to get ready for your outing. It's your day when you're pitching. So to move to the pen, I've done it before, and I've done it in the big leagues before. I haven't been too successful at it, but it's trying to find the shortcuts almost to getting ready.
Yeah.
I think when you're a starting pitcher, you look at all the bullpen guys, and sometimes you're like, dang, sometimes they're blowing the lead, and they get the bullpen catches a lot of heat. Like for the results of the games and stuff. So for a starter to go out there, you have a different perspective, and it's completely different. So for me, it's like just trying to move around, innings before, because you don't really know when you're going to pitch.
Right.
There's times that you're not going to pitch, but other than that, you're always available. You're always got a chance to get in the game. And especially in my role, I was kind of the long relief guy, so I could pitch, if the starter got in trouble in the first, or if the game was out of hand in the 7th, 8th, or 9th. So for me, I was just trying to stay ready mentally, physically, moving around pretty much, every other inning, trying to keep the body loose, trying to keep the mind, somewhat engaged. You don't want to be, locked in for, it's really hard to stay locked in, out there for every pitch. So, just trying to find that happy medium, keep the arm loose. And, when you get the call, your adrenaline, kind of takes over it, and then, move around, throw some weighted balls, and get up on the mound and try to get your 2 best pitches going. So for me, it's always fastball command's the most important thing for me. Try to throw some fastballs down glove side, get the slider going, and tell them I'm ready to go in the game.
I like that.
First game back this year, 5-inning win against the first place Cleveland Indians, man. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, that was tight. I I got called up in Salt Lake City, flew out on Sunday, so I was, ready to go on Monday. I was excited. Just so humbled and blessed to be back in the big leagues. It'd been a couple years, about a year and a half for me, since I got that experience. So, a lot of hard work had went into it, but just so fortunate for, the Rockies to give me that opportunity to, be back in the major leagues. But that was a fun day. I'd been pitching really well here, so I had a lot of confidence, and I was throwing the ball well, and just kind of kept it going, and it worked out.
How'd you go in and try to game plan Jose Ramirez?
Good luck, man. That dude's a stud. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the game.
Wild, isn't it?
He just doesn't get a lot of love.
Sure.
He's, even our hitting coach up there, PJ, he was like, I think he's the best. I think he's the best in the box. He swings it from both sides. He's fast. People don't know how fast he is.
Right.
His hands are incredible. I think that first at bat I faced him, I threw him like a 102, 2-1, like a really good cutter up and in on his hands, and he clipped it down the line for a double. So it's fun facing those guys, but at the end of the day, it's wild. Having been up there and being familiar with some of those guys, you just have to execute your pitches. It's kind of cliche, but it's really like pitching here in Albuquerque, pitching in AA. The third deck's big, the lights are bright. You got 60 cameras on you, but other than that, if you can find a comforting, just a piece to just pitch, I feel like that's the best chance of having success.
So you do the show with us, obviously, and then I think it was a week, and then you get the call or whatever, and you get the call, and you said you're in Salt Lake, right? So you got to catch a flight by yourself, right? You're not leaving with the team. Do they have someone with you, or are they just Ubering you over there and telling you good luck? Help me and Van understand the chaos that is your world, as I'm sure you're calling mom or you're doing whatever. Like talk us through those moments up until you meet in the visiting clubby to put you in front of a locker.
Yeah, it's I mean, the first time obviously is a whirlwind.
Yeah.
So in 2018 I get called up and I'm like, it's straight panic
And
mode.
that's Baltimore, right?
That's with Baltimore.
Okay.
So it's straight panic mode. All my stuff's everywhere. You don't have any. There's no plan. So having done it, I think it helps. But they told me they called me in in the office on that Sunday and said, hey, you're tentatively, you're going to the big leagues. We don't know if you're going to get activated yet. So there's that aspect to it. But yeah, just hop on the flight. They do a sick job. They put you in first class. They do it right.
Yeah.
So flew into Denver, got off the flight, rolled up to the stadium, and I had been familiar with the team. I'd been in camp last year, so I know a lot of the guys, golf with them, hang out with them. So it makes it a lot easier being 30 years old now rather than the 25-year-old, 24-year-old kid going up there for the first time. It's a lot different, but it is just everybody thinks it's so everything's so like perfect and organized in these leagues, so it's just like it's just almost sometimes feels like it's like, oh, here you go, like we make a decision on the fly and like good luck. So and ultimately it comes down to performance. You just got to go out there and compete and hope give your team a chance.
I mean, you got a go bag now, like it's just separate from everything else you got.
So early in my career, I would bring everything from home. Like I had a whole car full of stuff. I had two duffel bags of clothes, suitcase.
Your favorite TV.
Yeah, I got everything. Got Xbox, got shoes, got everything. And then it's like I've consolidated each year. It's like, all right, when I leave for spring training this year, I'm going to bring, way less stuff. And it's like I still had too much stuff this year. So it worked out though. So back here in Albuquerque, hopefully, not for the rest of the season, but I just happy to have a job and I'm healthy again and just compete.
Josh Rogers with us. He throws lefty. Man.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
the thing. That's the important thing. All right, so what we're talking about you going up. We're talking about you getting to Colorado. I've been to Colorado. I've watched Rockies play in person. There is a fun reception of that crowd from guys from the AAA team. The fans in attendance know when a guy is coming up. Did you feel that from Rockies fan when you made your debut out there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the fans are great. It's a really loyal fan base, and it's like one of those things. It's like the team. If the team was 20 games over 500, that place there's not probably a seat, in the stands. But I think I pitched. It was Memorial Day, I think.
Question mark.
Yeah, I think it was Memorial Day, and it was packed, man. It was awesome, and fans were great. And they've been awesome. I played there as a visitor. It was not as much fun playing there as a visitor as there is playing as a home guy. But it was really cool.
We just had Juan Hillman on earlier, who was drafted the same year as you. Is there like a bleep measuring contest in the locker room where you're like, he's like, well, Juan's like, well, I got drafted second. You're like, well, I got to win in the big leagues this year. I mean, do you guys do that?
I mean, a little bit. Some guys more than others. I'm probably the most chill guy. Like I don't really take too much like like clout of like, oh yeah, like I'm I got this much service time, or I've been in the big leagues parts of this many years. It's like everybody's here grinding, and we're all trying to feed our families and just compete, man. So it's fun.
Speaking of competing, opening ceremonies were today. The Olympics are underway. It's the thing. Let's say you're not a professional baseball player. You got to pick an Olympic sport.
Nice.
Okay. You got one. You not just play, but you got to succeed. What's the Olympic sport where you feel like you could be in the mix?
Well, I mean, I would love to say I could be a hooper, but I mean, I'm not going to be one of those 12. I mean, golf would be awesome. I mean, I know it's only 4 and Wyndham's there and he shouldn't be, but that's besides the point. So, I mean, golf. I'd like to try to compete in golf and do that. I mean, hooping first for sure, but I can't cut it on the court. I can't guard a chair.
That's so funny. Have you had any of that conversation about like USA teams or World Baseball teams? Have you had any involvement in that stuff?
Not really. I'm not that good.
Oh, stop.
Come on, man.
But no, I mean, I've always wanted to play for like the Team USA. Like even in college, like that's what everybody wants to do. You want to play in the Cape Cod League for the summer, or you want to play for Team USA. Everybody wants to play for Team USA. Obviously, it's the best players. Are playing in for USA, and that's how it is in the Olympics too. It's the best players are there. With the exception of maybe Wyndham, but no, but Team USA was cool. I got a chance to play try out for the 18U team when I was in high school. I went out to Cary, North Carolina, to their facility and got a chance. I think there was like 80 of us there competing for like 25 spots.
Right.
So, I didn't make the team, but it was an awesome experience, and just to throw the USA on, it's pretty cool. I still got all the gear, and it's awesome.
How's the wing feeling, man? You back up to 100, or are you?
Yeah, much better. I was really grinding there for a while. I was struggling to just play catch, in between. I had so much inflammation in my rotator cuff shoulder area. So rehab staff did a great job. The athletic training staff up there in Denver, they were so cool and great. I was really bummed out to have to, say, hey, man, my shoulder doesn't feel good. I just get called up and
I
pitch
know,
decent
man.
and work so hard to get there. But, again, grateful for the opportunity. They treated me awesome and got me back to, back on the field and hopefully performing at a high level again really soon.
It's going to be a big weekend down here at Isotopes Park. Giveaways every day. The stands. I think school starts in like 2 weeks or something crazy. Like this is like summer weirdly coming to an end here in August. How do you fixate on finishing strong? How do you prepare yourself to know that these last 45 days are going to be a really hard 45 days?
Yeah, for me, last year I pitched all like we talked about last time. I had a really tough year and didn't pitch well.
Yeah.
The first half was atrocious. I didn't pitch well, so it was kind of the focus of finishing strong, kind of where I'm at in my career. Being probably on the back end of it.
Well, you only got 12 years left.
Yeah.
You're in a tough spot.
Yeah, so I've got drafted in 15, so this is my 10th professional season.
Yeah.
So you don't get to play this game forever. So for me, finishing these last 45 days strong. Trying to put myself in a position to to play again next year and just compete. That's kind of like my biggest thing is like I'm just a competitor. I love to compete. That's why I play the game. So just day at a time.
Juan Hillman said he would stomp you at Madden. Just so you know. I'm just letting you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, I'm not trying to be that guy. That's the thing I heard. So
I got a golf show that literally starts tomorrow morning at 8:00 here on the same channel, the Sports Animal. Where are some of your favorite places to play here in Albuquerque and the surrounding areas?
So I played up at Twin Warriors.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's really nice up there. But the Sandia Casino Resort place, they hook us up. We got a really cool thing with them, and we play out there. I play out there weekly, so they've been awesome to us and letting us come out and play there. And I've really enjoyed playing that course. So I think there's a couple other ones up at that Twin Warriors course that they said are pretty good, but I haven't been able to get up to them yet. So,
would you trade a baseball career professional for golf professional?
Yesterday, done.
That's literally what everyone says.
Yeah,
It's 100%.
It's crazy though because I think some of those guys would say the same. Like,
Sure.
would they trade to be a professional baseball?
I think
player,
that's true for everyone who finds success in their medium.
Yeah.
I love hosting a talk show on the radio. I would love even more to host the Tonight Show.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
and I don't know why I feel that way. Is your search history like all golf stuff, or is it because with me, with like my hobbies, if I was a golfer, I'd want the best golf cart. Like I'd want like something that doesn't help your game at all, but I can really brag on. Are you that guy too?
Yeah, I'm pretty bad with the golf equipment. I just brought putter in today. I'm rolling some putts in the clubhouse. So
Nice.
I love golf. I'm a golf junkie. I'm worried about the shafts, the putters, the clubs.
Yeah.
I'm up to date with it. One of my really close friends back at home owns a really cool golf store. So we work together and try to build me a nice little bag. And but I'm not the best golfer on the team. I will go ahead and say that. I played the other day with Goldsberry, man, and he absolutely wrecked me. So shout out to
Nice.
Goldsberry, man.
Good. Now
We'll have
we-
to get him on the show.
What is in your bag?
So I play all Titleist, Titleist TS3 driver, 3-wood, hybrid, and then the T100 irons down to the Vokey wedges, and then the putter's been
No blades?
atrocious. The T100's like it's a thin club, so it's not like the CBMBs, but it's pretty thin. It's a lot of the guys on tour are playing them. So the putter though, man, I can't putt. So I'm working with a putter. I'm working around the putter. I've went through the Scotties, the Odysseys.
Yeah.
I've had a guy, Brandon Matthew, build me a putter. I just can't putt.
Well,
so
you can mess with any clubs you want, but you have to date a putter.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You have
Uh-huh.
to be in a really solid relationship.
Yes,
No other putters. This is the one.
for sure.
I still swing the same Ping Zing 2s that I've had for 15 years. And until I break 80, I'm not getting new ones.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Josh Rogers, thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Whenever we get back from the break, we continue from Isotopes Park. News of the day. Isaiah said he found a bunch of stuff. What does for the culture mean? I don't know. We'll talk about that whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Live from Ice Stokes Park. I'm obsessed with the opening ceremonies in Paris.
I can tell.
All right, Isaiah, tell me about this jacket LeBron is wearing.
I think it's the dopest suit jacket I've ever seen.
What's ever?
Dang.
Yeah, the polo. There was a coat that had the very similar colorway to that one, and I saw it on Black Friday, and it was originally like $700, but it was on sale for $300, and I stared at it for about 30 minutes. Normally, I'd never drop $300 on the coat, but I'm looking at this one, and it was the same colors as that, and it was at the polo, the big polo sign. I thought it was super cool.
I don't like wearing big brands on me.
Same.
And the polo, that's the horse guy, right, with the croquet mallet? Okay. Does not know what it's
That
called?
is correct.
Okay. It's a
Never
cool
knew that.
look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool look. I'm not saying it's not a cool look. I'm saying I don't understand this tie.
Neither does he, because we watched videos of it earlier, and he doesn't know how to tie a tie.
No.
Somebody did it for him.
That's real?
I mean, how often does LeBron James have to wear ties? Let's be honest.
Well, they don't have ties in basketball, so I guess hardly
Yeah.
ever. His look reminds me of when you're at a like a wedding party, and like the groom is in one and the groomsmen are all in the other. You know?
Exactly that.
That's what Anthony Davis looks like. Always a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, only one man can carry the flag, and he has to stand out.
One
so
man
they
and
give
one
him
woman.
different colored jackets.
Coco was there, one man and one woman.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a cool thing. You say they were all on the boat? That's how they did it with the parade?
Yeah, it was like a I don't think they did it on purpose, but you know how the internet is. I saw a picture of George Washington on a boat the same way LeBron was on the boat holding the American flag.
So you brought up the money, Isaiah. Are you ready for the cost?
Yeah,
Okay, I got it here.
Oh, let me guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 1,000.
Way more.
All right.
$7,500.
The jacket is $1,000.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I was spot
That
on.
baby's A.
I was spot on.
Now he's also wearing a Audemars Paris Oak watch,
Audemars.
and that's believed to cost $270,000.
Wait, what is it again?
$270,000.
It's a watch, bro.
Oh
It's a
wow.
watch.
So just so you're aware, the jacket is a point, and then the watch is $270,000.
Jeez.
Now, if you price out LeBron's entire outfit less the watch,
Uh-huh.
so I'm talking tied by someone else, Ralph Lauren, button up, and jean bottoms, about $2,000. About $2,000.
That is significantly under what my guess would have been.
So there you go, feeling regal.
Also, they didn't get to choose either, by the way. Everyone wears the same thing.
Oh yeah, they don't pay
Yeah.
for it.
Okay, so
It's like a Catholic school outfit,
Mm-hmm.
but for the Olympics.
I don't want to seem like I've been living under a rock, but there's a website that ranked his 3 Olympic uniforms, and they're all polo. So I did not know that
So-
Ralph Lauren is actually like.
Oh, it has been the official one, I think, since 2000, because it wasn't
Okay.
in 96, and that was a problem. That I might not have that correct, but I think it has been for some time now.
I bet their prices. I hope they were good people and did not skyrocket their prices once they became the official brand for the Olympics. Because all I know is polo is always way more expensive. than it should be.
2008 is when it started, and their last year is 2028, but expect that to be re-upped. And I believe the problem in the late 90s, I think it was Tommy Hilfiger. Is that who it was in the late
That
90s?
makes sense.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
and it was kind of booty. It was kind of a booty look. So-
Really?
All right, Zay, after you crush it on Prize Picks this weekend and you get your free G and you buy that jacket, where are you going to wear that thing?
You know, that's I think I'm just gonna put it in a frame and put it up on the wall. And I'm gonna use that as motivation to have a reason to wear it.
Like my Stan Usual jersey, just
Sure,
hanging,
yeah.
just hanging in your studio.
You know, people will buy like outfits that they want to be able to fit. So like I can't fit it now, but I'm gonna buy it so that I have something to work.
Like when you become an Olympian in esports for Madden.
Yes. I bet they struggle fitting into different outfits as the esports.
Whoever is the Olympian in esports for Madden in 4 years is only 14 years old right now.
Younger.
Yeah, he's probably younger.
Yeah,
There's
probably
a-
younger.
well,
He will be 14 in 4 years.
Heads up,
Yeah.
there's now, since, again, 1996, there's now an age minimum for the Olympics of 17. So 13?
Wild.
Yeah.
So you're saying they're not sending their best?
No,
Teenagers will smoke adults at video games. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah, what really is unfortunate about that is you're basically like unfortunate is not the word I'd use, but you basically are telling these kids, say there's a kid at the age of 11
yeah.
and he loves playing video games and he's getting ready to outgrow them, but he's like, well, I can't even really become successful officially at this thing until I'm 17 and I still have to be elite at it. So then you're going to have kids actually trying to be elite at video games all the way up until like later in their teenage years.
Well, you can still be a pro gamer. Like the industry has taken off. You can make serious amounts of money being a gamer.
Oh yeah.
Just
And
not an Olympian, which you don't make money off of anyways.
really.
Except for they give you $270,000 watches.
Approximately 10.5, so almost 11,000 athletes sailed down the Seine River today in 94 boats as part of that parade.
That's adorable.
Now, let's say you're a little country. You just have like 2 athletes. Do you have to like share a boat?
That's a good question. Here we have Trinidad and Tobago joining their Haitian brothers
Put
on
a big
the 37th boat.
put a big divider in the middle of the boat.
Yeah.
I would be so mad if they
There's
put
2
me...
people. They just put them on a jet ski.
Oh,
It's like, this is what you get.
Listen, we have the silver horse over here.
Yeah.
Do you want to hop on the silver horse?
Just ski behind the silver horse.
It actually becomes a Coors Light commercial. And you're like, this tracks. This is good for us. Oh, gosh. There you go. The largest opening ceremonies in history. And hands down, not even close. Not trying to deter you, friend of the show, from watching tonight on your replay on NBC or Peacock or whatever. And don't let the edit fool you. It is absolutely the worst opening ceremonies I had ever seen.
For me, you've watched significantly more than I have. I
Yeah.
kind of just been live reacting to the weird stuff you've been pulling up. I will watch it, and I'll give you a recap next week, but I'm assuming it's awful.
Dog, they ended with raising the Olympic flag upside down. I cannot overstress the failures of this thing.
Is that like a political statement, or are they just idiots?
I don't know. They raised the torch in a hot air balloon, and you were low-key concerned that everything was on fire.
The gas in the balloon is flammable.
The balloon itself is actually just the cauldron, but you get the point of what I'm saying. Very dangerous. I didn't like it. Also, I don't know who the girl was on the flaming piano, but that was kind of a cool look.
Flaming piano.
Oh,
okay.
dang.
You got me with that one.
Was it Jerry Lee Lewis's great-granddaughter?
Well, you know how... No, well, do you
He
mean
used
John...
to set pianos on fire, Zay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So John Lennon's Imagine has been played at the Olympics since John Lennon was killed, and that's what this was. I don't think they let Yoko up there.
Oh, so she could scream like a maniac and play tambourine?
Juliet Armanet, I don't know who that is.
We will take your Gwen Stefani, but don't you dare give us a Yoko.
Yoko, oh no.
We say, oh no, to that lady.
We are not a fan of her or her stylings. French me is more Creole than anything else.
As I noticed.
Yeah, it's a little more Creole. It's
a little bayou in there.
Yeah, a little.
Mhm. Yeah.
We eat bugs from the river. Live at the ballpark. Doors open in 3 minutes. We're going to go to break. They're giving out bucket hats.
Pretty sweet.
They look cool. They're like a heavy red. You'll like them. I think they're from Champion Car Wash, man.
Ooh, that's nice.
Two men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Mike's hot.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On live from Istopes Park. The gates are open. The fans are here, and they're all wearing bucket hats.
There's some shady bucket hats. It's not like LL Cool J bucket hats. They're like big, shady, like go to your kid's softball game and then go straight home and work in your garden bucket hats.
I would say a lot of these individuals are brimming.
Very nice.
I like this song.
This is probably my favorite intro. It's like something like actually listen to.
Yeah. So I'm watching the opening ceremonies, which I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
Watching the opening ceremonies, and it's the bridge is the bridge. The boat is coming down the middle of the. Am I saying this correct? Seine.
The River Seine.
The River Seine, and LeBron James is on the front of it with Coco, and they're holding the flag, and it's pouring rain. It looks like a scene out of The Notebook. Like it's bad, and I have concern that all of our athletes are going to catch a cold.
Oh, smart move, France.
Yeah,
I see your game here. It wasn't even raining. There's just sprinklers.
We have spoiled your opportunity with the H1N1.
It does look, Zay, you are correct. It does look like George Washington crossing the Allegheny.
So you guys know which picture I'm referring to.
I do. Yes,
watching
very
it.
famous. I paid attention in history class, so I knew exactly what you were talking about.
I hated history.
A lot of people might tell you that's the actual birthday of this great country. A lot of people might tell you that. There you go. The entire basketball team is going to be sick, and they will perform poorly. Smash the less on Prize Picks.
Smart.
Yeah. Don't chance it. Smash the less. All right, Isaiah sent us, so I went and found this statement from Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, as you are aware, never won anything in his life. So, I guess he won an Olympic gold.
Counts.
All right. He says, and I don't know who's saying this to. This might just be a press release.
It's the world that he's talking to right now.
Clearly, the NBA has wanted to, quote, clearly the NBA has wanted to break up with us from the beginning. I'm not sure TNT ever had a chance. TNT matched the money, but the league knows Amazon and these tech companies are the only ones willing to pay for rights when they double in the future. The NBA didn't want to expletive them off. It's a sad day when the owners and commissioners choose money over fans. It just sucks. I just want to thank everyone who has been at Turner for the last 24 years. They are the best people and the most talented, and they deserve better. I also want to thank the NBA and its fans, the best fans in sports. We're going to give you everything we have next season. Charles Barkley, TNT Inside the NBA analyst. It is a official statement from Chuck.
Why would he still say that when they're already negotiating with them to keep the show going on one of the other NBA platforms? It seems very disingenuous to me. This is crafted. This is like what you have to say. I'm not buying it.
Here's me doing my surprise face when the NBA or any sporting anything or any company ever chooses money over their fans. This is my surprise face.
They do not care about you. They want your money. Realize that, and you will enjoy sports so much more when you know you're not on the team. It's entertainment, guys. They don't care about your feelings. They want your money. It's a business.
Even this part.
Rick.
Thanks for that.
This part's business too. Like this documentary that comes out after this will be Charles Barkley's last dance. Like this is still business in itself. When he's saying he was the one who stood up for fans, and he's saying he's the one who made all our homies hate Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be his last dance.
When I signed that $200 million 10-year contract, man, let me tell you, I just had the hearts and minds of the fans sitting right in front of me when I signed that contract, and then I cashed that big ass check, man.
Let me tell you
He's
something.
going to get all the money.
Mhm.
Peacock or NBC or Amazon or ESPN, they're going to hire him and Shaq. It's not going anywhere. This is a crafted statement that they have to say to save face.
He's acting like he's mad at the NBA.
Right.
He's not mad at the NBA. He's acting like he's just it's like waxing like poetic. It's like taking the lesser man stance, and there's no reason to do that.
Sure.
There's no reason to make the fan think that you got them more. Because the fan, low key, after the outrage of not next season, it won't matter next season, 2 seasons from now.
Yeah.
The outrage after that, it'll be over. They'll have figured it out by then, and no one will care.
I don't care. It ain't gonna matter at all whatsoever. This is disingenuous. This is not a real statement. He's gonna get all kinds of money from whichever night that him and Shaq want to be on. He's gonna get right of first refusal for whatever show he wants to be on.
Well, and
I'm not buying a second of this.
He's going to pick up sponsors like you wouldn't believe, too.
Sure.
So it's going to be, he's unfiltered this season, brought to you by Brita.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what it's going to be.
Totally.
Like, he's going to come out ahead. Also, don't act like he is going to allow TNT to get out of the remaining 7 years of his $210 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to let that happen.
Yeah, he says he will. He made a statement
No.
from his mouth, not his lawyer. He's still getting paid. Come on, give me a break. Oh, Charles. Oh, I'm not a role model. That's you. I don't care what people think about me. Is this you, Charles? This the same human being, the same guy.
Charles Barkley.
You know, the worst part is, Fred,
the hypocrisy.
It's the hypocrisy.
Charles Barkley said to The Athletic today, his TNT sports contract is for 10 years and $210 million, and unless TNT pays him in full, he will listen to offers. Quote, my thing was, wait, you all messed up. I didn't mess up. Why do I have to take a pay cut?
He didn't say messed, by the
No,
way.
he did not.
He said a bleepy word.
I can give you a really good example of this. This happened in pro wrestling when WCW had all those deals with Turner Broadcasting, the exact same company, when it was bought by Time Warner, which is the current situation over there. Those pro wrestlers just sat. They just sat and collected paychecks for years.
Sure.
That's why you didn't have Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash and Sting, because they had nothing to do and a ton of money to make.
Yeah, wild.
Give me that life. If I can get paid for the next 7 years of Charles Barkley and all I have to do is nothing, man.
I ain't gotta lose nothing.
I'm doing nothing.
Hey, Chuck, is there a clause in the contract that says I can't DJ? Is it in the contract? Can I not go to Cleveland? DJ Diesel can't go to Cleveland?
This is enough money, man. Feed all the ladies in San Antonio.
Well, that's a lot of churro money, man.
It's 5 times his career earnings.
Yeah. It's a different world. A lot of money.
They're going to have to pay him. TNT's going to be stuck with this bill. Now, do I believe TNT will be able to, through this lawsuit, which we could talk about at length, but, I mean, why? Because they're going to sue, and they'll never get the rights back. They won't get the product back, but they will get a bunch of money in lost earned revenues. They'll get all that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's very concrete, distinct verbiage in that contract saying that if he gets a job somewhere else, his contract's null and void.
The NFL paid the St. Louis Rams $30 million the year after they left. The St. Louis Rams are still in Los Angeles. Like, that's just how this biz works. We recap everything we missed today before we sit down with Josh Sushan at 6 o'clock whenever we get back. It's 2 Minute On live from the ballpark, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Back to 2 Men On live from the ballpark. We're going to talk about the trade deadline and what has happened to this point. Before we talk about the league, though, talk about your Colorado Rockies. Apparently, a lot of teams have reached out about Ryan McMahon.
Sure.
Publicly, the Rockies are saying they're not moving Ryan McMahon, but I guess trade block names are Quantrill and Gomber and Diaz. So something could happen with the Rockies.
Right.
But their best player, at least according to the Rockies, looks like he's staying here. But I will be the guy to say this. If you get a good haul,
yeah,
see ya.
For sure. It just depends on how good the deal is, like how sweet that cake is, whether you're going to get rid of your best player. All-star this year. He's been a stud for a couple years. He's always about to just turn that corner and be the dude. But he's got all the talent in the world, and the Rockies,
well, death, taxes, and the Rockies holding on to dudes past the trade deadline.
All
right, Van, give me the big names.
All right, the biggest one so far is the Mariners acquired Randy Arozarena from the Rays.
Now, this season, not great. His last season, not as great as his season 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be the best player in baseball for a minute. I was wrong. New home, new place. Maybe that face will produce.
For sure. Like the promise of, very likely getting into the playoffs and winning their division. But he's played at an all-star level for 4 years.
Yeah.
But this year, he really fell off. I mean, he had that insane playoff run where he hit 10 home runs in 20 games.
Right.
Like one of the best playoff performances of any player ever. So Mariners just hope they're getting that guy.
What else would you be trading for?
I mean, it's just a rental. Like he's got no more. He's free agent after this year. So, I mean, just make a playoff run with him. And
what he should do is answer any phone call from a 314 area code. Welcome back to St. Louis, Randy Arozarena.
Zach Eflin also going
from
play. The Rays
to
the Orioles. So the Orioles are going all in with their young core. Zach Eflin's a stud. They got one more year of team control next year, too.
Them being all in is, I think, a big deal to that fan base.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But I would not be excited for, and I do not believe, I would be excited for. I do not believe the Orioles have it. I don't know what it is, but I think in the postseason, they're not the team I'm betting on.
Sorry, my PTSD threw me. I heard all in. And I thought
that's so funny.
You'll see what happens, is when a front office of a team really cares about winning and they make moves to improve their team, that's actually going all in.
Yeah, they're all in when they take the job. I salute to them, as they should be.
I think the Orioles are going after Tigers lefty Tariq Skubal, too. So if they get Eflin and Skubal, I think they're the favorites in the East.
The trade deadline is the 30th, correct? Did I do that right?
Yes, sir.
So with the trade deadline being 31st. Next week, middle of next week.
Right.
So this weekend will be the big one because this is your last series. So everyone's going to start a series tonight, and then basically everyone will be moved. You do sometimes hear like weird trade deadline waiver deals. You hear some stuff that if they're not done exactly accurate, it messes up postseason availability and eligibility and all that stuff. But there you go. So Bryce Harper pulled up to the game, his game today with a Team USA cap. I like that.
Sweet.
I don't like that baseball doesn't stop the season for the Olympics. I don't like, because hockey does a really good job of that. I don't like that that's not part of the culture that surrounds this sport. But I do get it. I don't know how you would do it. Would you start sooner when it's too cold? You can only play games Sun Belt or less. You definitely don't want to go into November because you can't predict what teams are going to be there. So you don't want to give opportunity for weather to affect you even greater. So I get it logistically why it can't be done. But I'm going to say this, just play a couple more doubleheaders.
Sure.
In Olympic years, expand the roster by 2 extra dudes. And in the 30 days before and the 30 days after the Olympics, you play a couple extra doubleheaders.
I think they're into it. They'd be fools not to. I mean, you ruin the whole thing for everyone if you don't allow it to happen. Also, even cooler than Bryce Harper wearing a Team USA hat.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper allowed the Topps company to make a 1-of-1 special baseball card of his R.I.P. Harambe bat knob. So
Genius.
It's a 1-of-1 baseball
Is that
card
real?
that they sliced the tip of his bat knob off,
No.
put it in a baseball card, and
And he has it?
no, somebody pulled it from a pack literally yesterday. So now
Oh my God.
there were rumors that it existed, and now it's a real thing. A 1-of-1 R.I.P. Harambe bat knob from Bryce Harper is now a collector's item.
That's so dumb.
This is so cool.
Is that from this year?
Yeah. It got drawn out of a pack literally yesterday.
Harambe died in 2012?
Yeah, he used the bat last year, and they put it into this season's tops.
I don't know if I at all like that exists.
I love it. And if I had an extra $5-10 grand, whatever it's going to end up costing, I'll buy it. This is the coolest sports memorabilia item that a baseball card company has ever made.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Except there are way better things. There are way better things for baseball card collector. Like, how do you? There's not a match. Well, not match. What am I trying to say? Comparable. Like,
Right.
How do you even price this deal?
I mean, they make cards with like slices of people's bats all the time. Like
Okay.
that's like a normal thing.
That's a little news to me.
It's a thing that card companies do, like just like jersey swatches or pieces of a player's glove that he retired and got a new glove. They do the same thing with bats, and like the most valuable piece of the bat is like where it says Louisville Slugger or where their part of the signature
Where
is,
their name
and
is
you can
or
read
whatever.
their
Yeah.
name. But this is like a priceless 1-of-1 that only he has, and he allowed the Topps company to make it. It's genius.
Right on the bubble are the New York Mets right now. And I guess kind of the rumor is they're going to really go for it here at the trade deadline. Does this to you seem like a 10-year-long mistake that's about to happen for the Mets?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're paying other players more money than they're paying their own roster this year. They're just going to keep going for it. Like, take a break, take a breather.
Currently
like,
in a
reload.
playoff
You're
spot.
still. I mean, they do have the richest owner in all of sports, so that's not like real money that they're playing with. It's not a big deal.
That's the part that is different. That's the part that is so special is when it's not real, it's just a game. You know, and it's you go look at a guy you want and you say, what can I give you in return? What can I do for you that'll make this thing at least look acceptable to the public eye? And then we'll give you a bunch of money behind closed doors.
I mean, there's that too. I mean, you can just make it NIL. You can make it like old school college sports and like say, all right, we're going to keep this under the salary cap. You're going to take under market value, and then we'll give you a Kia dealership or whatever.
I can't tell you the last time the Mets were in the playoffs, brother. Like, do you have that number?
Good Lord. Subway Series when they lost? Has it been that long?
I'm looking
It has not been that long.
I'm looking it up. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
2022.
Oh, you talk about playoffs, not World Series.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
16, 15, 6, 2000. I mean, they don't come here often, brother.
They're paying Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander $86 million not to pitch on their team. It is wild.
It's not a lot of money. You want to find like a baseball team that is, I don't know, constantly competitive, but the way it's changed now with, and this is all agent stuff, with like manipulation of like arbitration years and with manipulation of eligibility and signing guys long years. The Braves are like the example for the class.
They're the example for the class.
If you make one wrong move at a deadline or a thing, then you're in trouble for years to come. And it didn't used to be like that in baseball. It is like that now. Also, reverse, you can be successful.
They'll hit eventually. If they keep that owner and he keeps spending like a maniac, the stars will eventually line up.
When we get back from the break, we wrap up our day here at the ballpark. We wrap up our week, and we do it with the voice of the Ice Cubs. I heard today his job title is account manager. That's what I heard. The Josh Sushan, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We are live from the ballpark. Normally, we hand this bad boy over to the Isotopes Media Network at 6:15, where Josh Sushan gives you a fun pregame interview. Then he brings you the soothing, calming, scintillating, often sounds of baseball. But not today, my friend. Tarp is on the field. Josh Sushan, welcome to the show.
Tarp is slowly being rolled onto the field right now. Thank you for having me on the show. It's always a pleasure to be on the show.
So allegedly we're expecting a little weather here.
That's why the tarp's on the field, my friend.
Whether or not you like
it. It's not going to rain right now. People are freaking out. Like, why is the tarp? There's no clouds in the sky. But allegedly it's coming.
Yeah, a lot of us have these technological devices in our pockets with these apps that we pull up and we pretend like we know what we're doing. And we look at the radar and and some people do this at a very high level. I do it at a very low level, but my very low level indicates that, yeah, about 7 o'clock.
Now, is it true that Champion Car Wash, who is the sponsor of the brimmed hats today, that they made this happen so that everyone could wear their hats and keep their heads dry? Is that true?
Their timing is outstanding.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what's that old expression? If you want it to rain, then go get your car washed.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Because it's
a Champion Car Wash.
Yes, yeah. You go get a Champion Express car wash. And so that's like really good timing, considering that we picked the date back in January. Like they're on it. That's some pretty smart planning on their part.
I did wash my truck 2 days ago, so on behalf of myself and Champion Car Wash, sorry, Sush.
I accidentally spilled my Golden Pride tea onto the side of my car when receiving it from the Golden Pride this morning.
Okay.
And it covered my entire driver's side door in tea. Therefore, I think I also contributed to this.
Thanks a lot, pal.
Well, I respect that you guys were honest about your shortcomings and your mistakes.
And also, the storm cell that's coming looks a little weak. It looks a little soft. If it does rain, I don't expect it to rain very much.
Let's go with that. Yes, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Obviously, before I went into the world of sports entertainment, I was trained as a meteorologist, but there's no way I'm going after Steve Stucker here in Albuquerque.
No, you can't.
I pivoted. Had to pivot.
Got to pivot.
Yeah.
Pivot.
Here's what I know about weather. I will do the move where I take my index finger and I pop it into my mouth like this, boys. And then I put the wet part of my finger up.
Okay.
And then whatever side becomes cooler, I know that is where the weather is coming from.
That's interesting.
They did that for like 4 centuries.
Yeah. Let's say, which edition of the Farmer's Almanac did you learn that from?
So, so I suck on my index finger and then stick it into the barometer. No, that is the barometer.
Yeah,
barometer.
You're the barometer.
There's only one thing to ever do during a rain delay, and that's to go over your rain delay playlist, Josh.
Oh.
I don't think we've done this in a couple of years. We have done it before, though.
Okay.
We're in a rain delay.
Okay.
Give me the bangers that you must hear on the PA while waiting for the rain to subside and play baseball.
Well, you got to start with Prince's Purple Rain.
Good answer.
Nice.
Yeah, you have to start with Prince's Purple Rain, right? And then second, are we going in order?
Oh, you want to do? No, you go ahead. You have the floor.
Yeah, it's today's I-9 varsity we just came up with right now.
Yeah.
The I-9 varsity.
Like, you guys can have your first round pick since I just did 1-1.
Must have rain delay songs. League Office 280 at i9sports.com. Reach out to our friends currently doing football, baseball, soccer, and cheerleading. Okay, I will give you. Have you ever seen The Rain by CCR?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good first round pick.
Hopefully we don't.
Yeah.
But that's a good answer.
That's an absolute banger.
All right, my first round pick should be a cleanup hitter, but I want to get this one out of the way. Chicka, chicka, bip, bip.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I Can't Stand the Rain by Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Because that's what Josh is thinking right
That's
now.
the energy around that.
Can't stand the rain.
Isaiah back at the station. What do you got?
Isaiah was actually editing a show. So if you want, you can fill me in.
Isaiah's out for this round.
Okay.
That means I got Isaiah's pick, or maybe I got first pick, second round. I'm going Milli Vanilli. Blame it on the rain.
Oh, deep cut, dude. Well done.
Right,
I'm legit impressed.
Now,
are we doing like songs with rain like involved? Okay, give me Can You Stand the Rain by New Edition.
Oh,
easy,
man,
easy,
good
easy.
one.
I don't know if it would have gone in the second round, but I like that you went there with it. Yeah. I have what I think is a very good answer. Will Stop the Rain by CCR. Okay. So Creedence Clearwater Revival,
Loves
back
rain.
to back,
Yeah.
double first rounder for me.
Pretty good.
I was about to say, wasn't that your first round pick?
That was Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Very much a different song.
Okay.
How about a song concerning two things that I don't want to see tonight? Fire or Rain. James Taylor's Fire and Rain.
Good one.
Yeah.
Does Dreams count by Fleetwood Mac?
Does it have rains? I don't think so.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of the whole thing behind it. I think it's the Now, do you go with like hurricane? Does hurricane count?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Is anyone? Has any of our guests brought up this this thing about this date in Isotopes history yet? Any of your previous guests? Did Forrest bring this up or anyone?
Well, if someone was to do it, Sushan,
You
you're
would be
our
the guy.
Okay, so here is the day. Here's the dealio.
Today, so July 26th, 2000 and something, because it's Isotopes history.
Well, but here's the thing. Okay, tonight is the 14th time in the Isotopes 21-year history that we have had a home game. Okay, 14 times in 21 years.
That's not true. You've had a lot more.
The other 7 times we were on the road. Okay, out of those 14 times that we have had a home game, we have had the weather impact us 6 times on this date.
It's a cursed day.
Including the infamous Tarpnado.
Oh,
have you ever seen the video of Tarpnado?
So you showed me.
I have, and we don't often speak of this because so many lives were lost.
Nearly. It's like when you watch the video, it looks like the tarp swallowed a human being and he never came back out.
Did he come back out?
Yes, eventually. Yes. It was one of those where they're trying to put it on. The wind is blowing like crazy. There was a, at the airport I'm pointing, the airport, which is like, a mile away, a gust of 90 miles an hour.
Okay.
90-mile-an-hour winds as they're trying to get the tarp on the field. Everyone loses control of it. It starts going all over the place. At one point, it went into the stands. Then it went back on the field. Then it went like in the stands. It got all like twisted and turned. At a certain point, John Traub just told everyone, stop, just get to safety. And so I remember coming out the next morning in order to try to.
So they didn't play ball.
We did not play ball.
Okay, got it.
There was no baseball being played. The tarp was so twisted and mangled and turned, couldn't even get it on the field. It was like half of it was in the stands. And then the wind was just blowing it everywhere. This enormous heavy tarp.
This reminds me of that scene in American Beauty. The guy's just falling the back.
So, like, the next morning comes, and normally, you put a tarp on the field, it's wet. It takes like 15 minutes to take it off, right? The next morning, it took like an hour and 15 minutes just to get the tarp untangled, rolled up, and put away. There was a helicopter that was hovering above the field for like 3 hours to try to dry it out so that we could play. It was gnarly. That was on this date in 2013.
How about I Love a Rainy Night
Oh,
by Eddie Rabbit?
no.
Eddie Rabbit.
That should have been a first-round pick.
Just came back to it.
Purple Rain, Prince.
Oh,
that was the first-round pick.
Yeah, that was
I had a
Susha's
feeling
first rounder.
Give me Rain Man by Eminem.
I don't know if it's family friendly enough, but I like
it's not.
it.
It's
Yeah, I'm not going to put it in the ballpark.
It just came to my mind, so let's leave that alone.
Songs About Rain by Gary Allen.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. You got to have a little country mix in there.
What's that one? Oh man, I'm trying to think of like the best song to play was they're taking the tarp off the field to get ready to play again.
Benny Hill music.
No, it's the blue, something about blue skies and sunshine and where have you been? It's an ELO song.
Oh, see, that's where you lost me.
I'm
never a big ELO guy. Yeah.
All right.
Blue skies.
What about a little disco? It's Raining Men, the Weather Girls.
See, that's dangerous.
That was my next pick.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Why is that dangerous? What is Raining Men?
It's literally raining human beings. Like, seek shelter.
Duck.
I Wish It Would Rain by The Temptations.
Well, it's already. Yeah, that's a good one.
Sushan, did you ever consider that It's Raining Men and Drowning Pools, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor are two different accountings of the exact same event?
I did not consider this until now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I learned when I joined you boys.
Yep. Planted that seed.
The ELO song is Mr. Blue Sky.
Ah.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Thunder Rolls, is that on the list?
Oh, it should be.
Strong.
Garth Brooks?
Yeah.
Strong, very strong.
I don't think.
What about just the Led Zeppelin song, The Rain Song?
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's actually one of my favorite, it's a Saturday morning. It's kind of overcast in the fall and just kind of like chill.
Yeah.
Rain song, Led Zeppelin. Cup of coffee, just relax before I settle into some college football viewing.
Not a ton of their songs are chill.
That's
mostly
true.
high energy stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty few and far between
Yeah.
with those guys. The Rain song and Stairway to Heaven. That's the only ones without a pulse.
All the others, they were feeling it.
I know it's July, boys, but how about a song that's about 2 or 3 minutes too long Guns N' Roses November Rain.
Ooh,
That's a super good answer, dude.
Yeah.
It Will Rain by Bruno Mars.
Ooh, why are you saying these like a question?
Yeah.
Because I missed the first round, so I'm like,
Okay.
I'm hoping these didn't get picked.
Oh,
already.
yes, I see.
Have we done Eddie Rabbit yet?
Which Eddie Rabbit?
I Love a Rainy
Love
Night.
It. Yes, we did.
That's
We
a
did
good
do
one.
that
We did
one.
that
Yeah,
one.
we did that one.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what the real big one is, though?
What's that?
And I don't even have to say the whole name of the song. I just have to say Ella,
Ah, that's a good one.
because Rihanna's Umbrella, Ella, A, that is a rain delay banger.
You don't need an umbrella when you got these Champion Car Wash Isotopes branded giveaway bucket hats.
It's a good day to give that away because this way, your ears stay dry and your
For
neck
sure.
stays dry.
So they can listen to Sushan in the stands.
Set Fire to the Rain from the Texter. That's a good one. That's an Adele banger.
Ooh, Adele.
Yeah, if you really want to miss your ex-girlfriend while you're here,
Oh,
yeah, you could play that.
okay. What about little Phil Collins? I Wish It Would Rain Down.
I don't know that one.
Really? Sing it for him, Van.
That one's not coming to me either, unfortunately.
I wish it
I'd
would
have to
rain
hear
down on me. Ooh, now I wish it would rain all over.
Why are
like
you
that.
speak singing?
Because I don't really want to sing it. This
All
is
right.
not karaoke. It's sports adjacent talk radio.
Well, it's actually an extended show till 7 for some reason, so it's going to end up being real weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're getting
all right.
real weird with it.
That's like late Friday show weird, right?
Also, if you're in the bathroom right now at Isotopes Park, come up to our table and give us your favorite
Yeah,
rain song.
come up to our table
Yeah.
and give us your Blind Melon impersonation of No Rain.
See, that's my cleanup hitter.
That's
yeah, saving that one for last. You
What-
jumped me.
What about the garbage song? I'm only happy when it rains.
Ooh, that psychopath. I hope they're not here tonight. All right.
Doors.
The
Riders on the Storm.
The Eurythmics. Oh, it's got literally raining in the song.
Yeah.
The Eurythmics, Here Comes the Rain Again.
We haven't said that yet. How have we not said that yet?
Should have been a first round pick. You guys are slipping.
when we get back from the break, we figure out what we're going to do from Istos Park. Josh, you hanging out or no?
Sure, I'll hang out.
He's got one more. The texter's going crazy.
Are they? What are they saying?
Raindrops keep falling on my head. by DJ
Raindrops keep
Thomas.
falling on my head.
That might be the best one.
It is a good one.
2 men on.
Don't you have to have an umbrella and dance while that song goes?
That's smart.
That's singing in the rain.
Oh, that's singing in the rain. Okay.
Which is equally good. That's a Fred Astaire piece.
Yeah.
2 men on. 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from Istos Park, the sports animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On, where next week is about as exciting of a week as you can have in pro sports. Major League Baseball trade deadline. The Olympics is going on. NFL preseason football starts. College football right around the corner. It is, it's prime. It's prime sports for the summer. And we found a list of Major League Baseball teams that haven't completed a trade with each other in more than a decade.
More than a decade?
Yeah.
All right, how are we playing this game? We're going to guess who's the longest?
Should we tell people that the reason why they're not listening to the pregame show is because tonight's Isotopes game will not start on time?
It's currently a rain delay in a rainless sky, but we are expecting rain around 7 o'clock. Actually, a little bit, Josh, talk about why that is. Talk about why you don't allow your starting pitchers to get warmed up. Talk a little bit, please, about why these precautions are taken.
Everyone's hero, Orbit in the house. What's up?
Orbit's here. Oh, that's so.
Orbit, thumbs up or thumbs down? How was the All-Star game? 2 thumbs up. That's fantastic. He had a lot of fun at the All-Star game.
He was there with all the other mascots. Stole the show.
Oh, he's obviously the best one, so it's so easy.
He's currently stealing this show.
Yes.
And I'm getting a back rub from Orbit right now, which I am super into.
It's more of a pantomime of
this is easily my favorite rain delay we've ever had.
And somebody can't
and
wait.
we got hugs back here.
That wasn't a child that came up. That's
so rudely interrupted my back rub.
It's a whole adult.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit, Josh, about how you side on caution in these situations.
Yeah, so I'll give you 2 parts of this. The first part is that, you have a starting pitcher. You're hoping that he goes 90 pitches, 100 pitches, 6 innings or so. But if you start a game and 30 minutes later it starts pouring and now an hour later he can't pitch, now you just burned him. And he, and so now you got to figure out what you're going to do with the rest of the 9 innings of the game.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
And especially if you're not able to play the game at all, then you may be looking at 14 innings tomorrow. The flip side to that argument is that there's a lot of bullpen games that take place like nowadays. And so I remember a game between the Dodgers and Giants. It was they started it knowing that it was probably going to rain in about an hour. And Joe Torre was the manager of the Dodgers.
He's pretty good.
And Bruce Bochy was the manager of the Giants.
Damn, he's good too.
Yep.
And Torre actually called Bruce Bochy and said, all right, here's the deal. The game's going to start. It's probably going to start raining in about 45 minutes. I'm not going to start my starting pitcher. I'm going to use relief pitchers until we get to the rain, and then I'm going to bring my starting pitcher out after that. And if you want to do the same thing, then you can, but just like courtesy. This is what we're going to do. And so the Dodgers used relief pitchers for like 2 or 3 innings. The rain came. Afterwards, Chad Billingsley took to the mound and still pitched like another 5 or 6 innings. I wish more of that would happen. It's not up to me. I wish more of that would happen. But overwhelmingly, especially when you're talking about player development and the idea of we don't want anyone to get hurt, and these guys are really regimented for when they pitch and how often and how many pitches and all that, it becomes a case of being extra careful.
Isotopes manager Pedro Lopez, Pilo, he should have did that tonight, but not told the opposing team.
Okay, so it was about a month ago. It was actually another night that Champion Express Car Wash is here because they can always predict the rain. It was the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies night for Mike Scioscia. It was Duke's Retro night. And I remember I was walking with Mike Scioscia downstairs. We were about to do the pregame Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and it starts raining, and it's like pouring. So we had to wait, took the tarp off the field. We did the ceremony while Thomas Gallegos and the grounds crew was getting the field ready, started the game, and we kind of had an idea that it might rain again. But it's like, okay, let's try and let's play. And sure enough, it rained super, super hard, and we had to play a doubleheader the next day. But, we tried. And, I'm sure the teams were not very happy about that, but I think you owe it to people who are here to try your best to play a game.
I think it's weird to me in the game of baseball when specifically collegiate and specifically professional, when there is an emotion tied to it. I feel like you've been doing this thing for so long.
Yeah.
You're so familiar. You're aware the game is outside. These are all things. But there are individuals that will lose their stuff, as it relates to a rain delay.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever understood that.
It also just goes to show how important starting pitching is.
Yeah.
More so than in any other sport, right? Like a goalie is really important in hockey, but you're always going to play when you say you're going to play in hockey, right? Unless the ice melts.
Sure.
There isn't a quarterback doesn't have a pitch limit or a throw limit. Right. So they got a week to rest anyways, even if they truck it 70 times down the field. baseball is so different in that so much of it depends on the starting pitcher, and so much of the game it centers around them. And so a lot of times these delays, it's because of the starting pitcher.
And these delays, like, it happens. It's a part of the game. It's a part of this. It's a part of the season. It's a part of summer in Albuquerque. But like, what better place to have to sit around and wait for something than Isotopes Park? Go grab you a green chili Philly, or what I'm having right now, a Teller watermelon walk-off.
Or get your photo taken with Orbit. How about Dylan Crease? What was that? Like an hour delay, and he still threw a no-hitter.
Yeah.
That was pretty unique.
Well, then there was a conversation going around that Schilt was trying to pull him out like halfway through it, and he ended up getting talked out of it by teammates. And normally when I hear those kind of things, I'm like, you're just building the story, something, the lexicon, something. But Schilt was with the Cardinals for a long time, and if he were to pull a guy out in the middle of a no-hitter, I would have zero surprise.
Right.
Like, he's made weird decisions like that, and you end up, because of weather, with these, I don't know, real interesting scenarios where guys end up succeeding. Who talked him out of it? Do you have the name of it here?
I don't have the
Joe
name
Musgrove, who has thrown a no-hitter.
Yes.
He's like, no, give this kid his moment.
The quote says, "Stuff's pretty good."
Yeah, stuff's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I feel like baseball's gotten to the point where it's like so over the top cautious. We can't let anyone get hurt. We don't want to do the slightest thing that might get somebody hurt. Yet for all of these things that we're doing to try to keep pitchers healthy, it's not working. There's more and more injuries every single year.
Sure. And
but I don't know the answer to that, though.
How many Nolan Ryans do we have who can throw like 17 innings in an extra inning game and come back five days later and throw a one-hitter?
Yeah.
Like, that's a real thing that happened, friend of the show.
But again, he was a unicorn, though. That's not common. Even back in his day, that was not common.
Sure.
You know?
And now people throw so unbelievably hard.
Yes.
And now they're even extra stressed out because of the pitch clock. So you have to be super careful.
On the 114 pitches that ceased through the other day, I think pitch number 100 or 101 was over 100 miles per hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So wild.
Like, and if I'm not exact on the number, I ballparked it close enough where you're like, oh.
Yeah, he threw 100 miles an hour in the ninth inning of a no-hitter after his 100th pitch.
It used to be a big deal if a starting pitcher ever touched 95. Now they're hitting 100 on their 100th pitch.
Yeah. We got a guy what's his name? Ben Joyce.
Oh, yeah.
104.5 miles an hour. That's insane.
You guys think about what's the highest that it can go, right? If he's throwing 104, 105, or Aroldis Chapman, 20 years from now, will somebody be throwing 110? Like 25 years from now, will somebody be throwing 115? Or have we reached the maximum that a human being can throw a baseball? Is that where we are now?
We've heard stories dating back before there were radar guns. I don't think there's any way any of that stuff is true. I don't know that, but I don't think. But I think 105 for a lot of guys could be regular.
Sure.
I mean, what's a lot? Half dozen?
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing is regular versus peak, right? You might get some other guys to hit 105, but is anyone ever going to hit 110?
Eventually, right?
You would
if
assume.
it just keeps ticking up and up and up and up. By the way, friend of the show, those screams you were hearing aren't screams of terror. Those are screams of joy as a girls softball team is hanging out with Orbit right in front of our table right now.
Orbit dances and does fake punches and elbows and does his little belly dance.
So how accurate would this be for pitching, right? For top speeds. So do you think that maybe in the past people have started to get up to that number, but then injuries started happening? So then the coaches were like, let's not even try to get that high. Let's just focus on staying in the low hundreds. Or do you think it's just can gradually get up there over time? I feel like injury could be maybe a reason why you don't want to throw that fast, right?
I think that for a long time there was an idea of control over speed. Right. What's the point of throwing 95 if you can't throw a strike? So just throw 91, right? And then it was just no, throw it as hard as you can. And now it's just just keep throwing it as hard as you can. Because the other thing is, back in the day, if someone threw 95, it was almost unhittable.
Sure.
When Aroldis Chapman first came on at 100, nobody could touch him. Now you turn around 100 all the time.
Everyone.
Greg
Maddox said that exact same thing. What you're saying is I could throw a four-seamer 96 miles an hour, but why would I do that when I could throw a two-seamer 92 and paint the corners?
Yeah.
if a guy hits 110, which is the number you put out there, the amount of effort that puts into that would almost be unmeasurable. I'm talking about the teams. I'm talking about the medical staff. I'm talking about the equipment. I'm talking about the time spent. Like it's. I'm not saying it's an unachievable goal. I'm saying it's an unnecessary goal.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not going to, and the odds are if you throw it that hard, you're not going to be a professional baseball player. The odds are if you throw it that hard, you're a guy who does it one time and your elbow literally explodes.
Sure.
Also, with the way modern medicine is, like, I don't know, put a tendon on a little tighter. Put a like you end up in those weird conversations.
Well, here's the other thing. Like for
Give
those
them an extra stitch, Doc.
Yeah.
For those of us who are not out there, we're like, yeah, what's a couple of extra miles an hour? But when you're the competitor that's out there, and everything that you do gets evaluated, when there was a simulated game taking place earlier today, and all the players were around watching, and they had all the cameras that were set up for spin rate and velocity and horizontal move and vertical move and all of that stuff for a simulated game for a couple of guys who hadn't pitched in a while and needed some work, so they pitched against their teammates. All of that's being measured. So you better believe that if someone's out there is like, oh, that guy threw 105, all right, I want to hit 106. He threw hit 106, I want to hit 107.
So that's the real conversation. It's not will a human being be able to do it. The conversation is, will we see a professional in a game, in a big moment with the adrenaline hyped in front of primetime lights or a playoff or World Series situation hit it? Because if we see that, that's the real special moment.
Yeah.
And what do we do after that when people are like regularly going 105, 110? Do we have like new Bob Gibson rules? Like, do we have to move the mound back? Do we have to move the mound down?
They've thought about it. They tried it in that independently. I think it was the Atlantic League. They moved it back just like 1 foot, and they're just like, no, this doesn't work. Can't do that.
You have to unlearn everything. All your mechanics are
Yeah.
wildly. That'd be like if you moved a dartboard back. Like
I tried that. It worked, actually.
You're better off. 30 more minutes of our program before we figure it out. We're live at Isotopes Park. We're having a lot of fun talking with Josh Sushan. You done or you going? You staying?
I'll stay.
When we get back.
Unless you're trying to get rid of me.
No, we have
That
enjoyed.
is never the case.
You are a fun buffer.
I feel the love
between Isotopes fan and us, and we appreciate that. Also, I feel like if people are tuning in for you right now, it's nice that you're here.
Oh, okay.
For us, because me and Van are drinking watermelon walk-offs. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're live at the ballpark. Take your time getting here. We're in a rain delay. Champion Express Car Wash got some cool bucket hats out there, though.
I think everyone who got one is wearing one.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
A lot of bucket hats being worn.
I feel like this is one we're going to see around town for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be out there. So we sat down with a piece of man meat yesterday.
Meat Mountain,
Rob Stratton.
Large human.
Have you met him?
Yeah, oh yeah, bunch of times.
Yeah, but you never watched him play.
No, my first year was 2013 with the Isotopes. His final year as a player was 2006.
So 10 years too late for his time because he was an Isotope in 03. Van played men's league with him, and I asked Van a bunch of locker room questions about him, and Van said he wasn't willing to share them with me. Maybe he'll share with you, though.
Oh.
You've seen some fantastic baseball players in your years. Obviously, they come through Albuquerque, come through AAA, wherever you are, whether it's the Isotopes or their opponents. You see some fantastic players. Rob Stratton is the best one that I've seen in person on a field, feet away.
Really?
Is just an insane specimen of a human, all the talent in the world. If it wasn't for a couple injuries derailing his career, like, he could have been something special.
Yeah, so by the way, for the friends of the show, we're talking about Rob Stratton because he's going to be in Home Run Derby X.
Right.
He finished his career, moved here to Albuquerque, has worked in education ever since then. He signed up for the local component of Home Run Derby X. He went to the tryout. He was one of the 2 that were selected. We announced it yesterday, one of the 4 selected, And so he's going to be part of Home Run Derby X. And, yeah, he can hit a ball a long way. Long way.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people rooting for him.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the only thing that's going to keep, like, his cheering section a little smaller than traditional is this is happening during the summer because he's a teacher during the school year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
past, present, and future students would want to come out and support he in that. And when he was on the show, he brought big personality the way he brings the big bat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was jokes and it was laughter and it was kind of recanting where it was. And we were having a moment, I think, after the fact where we were like, well, you know, his quote-unquote playing days are over, but that personality from the playing days and that connectivity and the passion for it, all that's still there. Of your time broadcasting, Josh, who's a guy that you have seen that might still qualify in all those ways and might be really good and really entertaining in a Home Run Derby X style competition?
First guy that comes to mind that plays for the Isotopes, Jock Peterson.
Yeah, good answer.
Boom.
Right? You know, I mean, he was 30-30 when he played here. He's got the type of swing, you know, it's kind of a natural left-handed uppercut swing. Jock's full of personality as well. I mean, you can see it with just like his chains and the cars and all that he's had. You know, the guy who's the host for all of these things, Nick Swisher, he's the perfect personality guy. I covered Nick when he was a rookie with the Oakland A's. So he's another one who's just like absolute, you know, I think about Sam Hilliard. Yeah, like in the quantity of home runs that he hit to center, and I keep bringing up center field because in the competition, it's like a home run zone to straightaway center. So I think about Sam as well. You know, another guy like personality-wise. Have you guys had Willie McIver on at any point this year?
Yeah, stud.
Willie McIver, personality-wise, you know, I mean, he's not going to hit it 500 feet, but he's got some pop. He's got some serious pop. He's got a huge fan favorite here. So, I mean, there's so many, but those are the first ones that come to mind.
Like, what about from like professional baseball right now, like players who are playing in the league? I got an answer. I think it's the obvious answer. But who would you pick?
Is the obvious answer Shohei Ohtani?
That's what I would have said, yeah.
He goes to all fields, but he's predominantly a pull guy, right? Because he rips the shoulder
That
out.
one that he hit the Dodger Stadium sure went to straightaway center.
Yeah.
480 something.
That was a bomb, too. Like Giancarlo Stanton, right?
Yeah. Now, are you thinking just like the power component? Are you thinking the personality? You think the mix or what?
I was thinking just power.
Just the power.
He hits bombs to straightaway center so often.
Yeah.
Straightaway center is kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Like it's farther.
So it's farther.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you know that when you're trying to do it, you see it and go, well, that's farther than the easier one, which is my side of the plate, the outfield.
Yeah.
Like what? No one tries to do that.
For the friend of the show who doesn't understand why we're talking about like dead away center power, like a regular baseball field is 90 degrees. and you've got everything in between that 90 degrees to hit a home run. But the Home Run Derby X rules, you have a 60-degree area to hit home runs. That's like why it's so important to hit them straight away.
And that's, look, you watch most home run derbies, and everyone's just pulling, right?
100%.
Yeah, you want to pull, shorter distance, right? Less effort. It takes a harder effort. You got to let it get deep, as the hitting coach says. You got to let it get deep.
505-246-0610, Sports Animal text line. Now, Josh, we have a text for you.
Oh, exciting.
Now, is it true, because there's a rumor going around, that you're only on the show so you don't have to go do the tarp?
Did Dylan Storm send that text?
I just am wondering.
John Traub.
Can we get some help down here?
My first job out of college, I'm working for the Watertown Indians in the New York Penn League. That's a team that does not exist and a league that does not exist anymore. And I'm broadcasting a game, and it starts raining, and the assistant general manager, what was his name? Jeff? Doesn't matter what his name was. He just starts waving his arms. Swoosh! He's just waving his arms at me. He's like, we need help. Send it to commercial. It just starts waving me down. So I sent it to commercial. I went down, and it helped put the tarp on the field.
How long was the commercial?
About 2 hours.
I've done one.
One tarp pull, that's it?
I've done one in my whole life, and I believe I was very disappointed by the effort of the others surrounding me. I think you should work at my exact speed, my exact cadence, with my capabilities, strength, and limited but immediate understanding of the procedure.
It's actually really important that everybody goes at the same speed.
Yeah, my speed.
No. The same speed. Not Fred's speed.
That's how you lose a kid under the tarp.
That's how it gets crooked.
I have long legs.
So chop your steps.
Hurts my quads. I'm not trying to do the stair stepper here, please. When we get back from the break, we're just 15 minutes to the end of this program, and we'll have the final update on the rain delay here at Ice Stokes Park. It's Two Men On and Josh Sushan on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to Isotopes Park. Welcome back to Two Men On. Gus Sushan has been with us the last 45. He'll be with us for the next 15.
It's like one of the best days of my life.
We're currently in rain delay. Josh, are there any updates on rain delay?
The sun is out.
Oh, that's good.
Seems like a net positive.
Seems like a net positive. I have not received a message in the numerous group chats that appear on my phone when there's rain going on, or there's weather, or there's a delay, or there's a tarp on the field. So I don't have an update for you other than I know that there was some rain that was expected. I know that they wanted to see what these cells, that's what they're called, right? These cells were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of like, all right, either show yourself or let's play ball.
I'm into that.
As an individual who is celibate, I don't know if I get it.
I don't know if I get that either.
That's a good one. You're an Eminem fan, right?
Yeah,
that's,
we can rewind that. Step out of the batter's box, read it to you.
Call your timeout. Step back in.
Yeah, you get one per at bat, so that's fine.
It's not bad. One all week.
Yeah.
So the game will be played tonight. We just don't know when it starts.
Yes, that is my hope.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the weather's going to do, but we always try everything that we can to play a game.
Here's my thought, man.
Okay.
If you had started at 6:35, which would have just been 10 minutes ago, you would be into probably the bottom half of the second, maybe.
Or it would be 11-0 in the first inning because the
That doesn't
Isotopes
happen.
refused to make any outs. Could be either way.
Snapped that losing streak yesterday.
Yes, they did.
It's a good one.
It's a good night for the boys.
Team effort, they said.
Good team effort. Yeah. It's like the year of the hand injuries on slides. So whenever guys get on base, they put on like the oven mitt.
I've seen it.
Right?
Yep.
But they can't do that when they're running from home to second or when they're running from home to third. And we've had two guys who have jammed a hand or a finger or a wrist sliding headfirst into a base recently, including last night we lost Julio Carreras. He goes on the injured list, which stinks for him because he was playing really well lately. You know, he's had a tough year overall, but he's been playing really well. So lost him. So as a result, friend of the show, Willie McIver, played first base for the first time in his life, or at least the first time of his professional baseball life.
Very easy.
Catch the ball. I mean, he's used to catching a ball. He's the catcher. So you just have to catch it from a different angle.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Anyway,
They just hand him any glove, really.
yeah, someone gave him a first base glove. He's got a lot of friends on the team. Someone gave him a glove.
They all just carry one
Aw.
ready to play, and then they
Nice.
put Willie McIver over there instead. Somebody in the dugout is like, "Yeah, no, I got my glove, coach."
Yeah, here you go.
Put me in, Skip. And they're like, "No, we're gonna go with the guy who's never done it."
Actually, earlier this year, Connor Kaiser played first base, first time in his life, and he did not use a first baseman's glove. He was like, "No, I'm good. I'm using my shortstop glove." He's like, "I know this is all reliable. I want all reliable." He goes, "I don't care how small it is. I know I can catch it with this thing."
Do you think it's like the exact opposite of position players wanting to pitch? Like pitchers are like, put me in, coach. I can field. I can play. Yeah.
I feel like half the pitchers want no part of the field whatsoever defensively, and the other half are just like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to play.
But it's like a lot of these guys are just like excited puppies, right?
Mhm.
Like they'll do whatever just to play and get on the field.
Yeah.
That's something new too is very real. Like not just in like position or a game, but like anytime there's something new, you're excited, right? So if you go to a guy and you're like, "Hey, we're gonna throw you in a position you never played before," that's the best day you've ever had professionally.
It's like a different feeling than anything you've experienced in years. Like you haven't played first base since like Little League.
So I actually saw Willie McIver today, and he's like, "Hey, Sush, how are you?" And I go, "I'm just trying to be as happy today as Willie McIver was yesterday playing first base."
That's a good one.
And Willie goes, "Impossible."
I didn't have to squat down once.
I was about to say, there's something when you get to stand up and play baseball.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like, "My knees feel normal." What is this lack of pain in my knees?
I got a big update here for the tarp, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
what is it?
So there are a bunch of individuals wearing Isotope branded clothing on the field, and they're going left hand to the tarp.
Okay.
Now, this left hand, is that lefty loosey? It's coming off?
Lefty loosey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
they're pulling
exciting.
it toward left field, and that's the direction you pull it in order to roll it up to play baseball.
This is good. This is good for a couple reasons. Number one, we're about to play some baseball.
Yes.
Number two, we don't have to help this time.
Yeah, we are not unrolling it.
Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it. The scoreboard says paging Fred and Van. We can't take the tarp off the field until you run out here.
Okay. I mean, it's not the hero we want, but it's the heroes we deserve.
I believe that Walker would call us over the PA.
Francina?
Yeah. I believe that Francina Walker would say, "Hey, Ice Tubs fans, go collect Van Nunley and Fred Slow from Guest Services.
Francina, we got 6
towards
more
the
minutes.
field." I know you're a big fan of watching sports during the day when you have games. Did you watch the opening ceremonies at all?
I did not today, and it's one of my favorite things to watch, actually. I did not.
You want me to ruin it for you?
Please, yes, go ahead.
So it was terrible. It's the worst one ever done.
Really?
And at the they don't even do a parade. They had them on boats. It was stupid. And it
Really?
was pouring rain. And there was some sort of transformer mechanical horse that was being ridden by the star of the video game Assassin's Creed. And whenever they lit the torch, it was actually a hot air balloon, which was a little confusing. And then lastly, when they put up the flag, it was upside down.
Is all of this true?
That is all 100% true, Sush. They put the Olympic flag upside down.
There was a very,
if you will, the piece de resistance
Yeah.
was them putting the flag upside down.
This part's 100% true as well. There was a very sexual Papa Smurf, completely naked, laying on top of a table in a very Last Supper style presentation. And he was singing, he, they, them was singing something in French, which I wasn't familiar with, and people were cheering it. And then after that, Lady Gaga was not received the way she should have been. There was a terrible performance by her, but she only because she was upstage by returning Celine Dion.
I think he was singing Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da, but in French.
A lot happened that I missed.
Yeah.
Was this like in 10 minutes? Was this over 3 hours? This seems like a lot.
It was like 4 hours.
Are opening ceremonies still necessary?
No, not this one.
What was the best one?
China.
Was it?
That one, the Beijing one was so awesome.
That's
Barcelona was awesome.
That was cool.
What was the one where the dude shot the arrow and it went through and it lit up the
Atlanta.
flame? Was that Atlanta?
Atlanta. Yeah.
That one was pretty legit.
Yeah, it was super legit, although I think it was a work. I don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh.
But I just believe there were wires involved.
100%.
I've watched it a bunch of times.
Really?
That's
well,
a hard
it worked. If it was a work, it worked.
You
Here we are 30 years later, and I still don't know.
You can get it right as many times as you want, but you can't get it wrong once.
Uh-uh.
So they made sure they didn't get it wrong.
Yeah, he went up there and was like, "Listen, I can do it. I am William Tell."
Yeah.
And they said, "No, we got a vision here, brother."
Also, if you need one highlight, one positive moment, one glass half full moment from the opening ceremonies, Grandpa Snoop Dogg carried the torch for a while.
And he crip walked.
He crip walked with the torch on the streets of Paris.
And then for some reason, the national anthem of the team is not the national anthem of the country. It's Gwen Stefani and Aesop Rock as they've teamed up together.
With Aesop Rock, that's the one you went with?
Is that not who it was?
You instead of you think Anderson Paak is a deep cut, and you went Aesop Rock, early 2000s underground hip hop artist.
Well, I had it.
Okay.
Well, now I have to watch all the highlights to see how many of these things were true that Fred just said.
They're all 100% accurate.
I either do or hate breaking it to you. This is all true.
Wow.
You had so much time to prepare. There was the best part of the thing was when whoever the French representative of Olympics, whatever, when he's giving a speech in the pouring rain and they have some gal with rigor mortis in her elbow holding an umbrella up over him without twitching for like 1 hour straight.
Really?
It's the most endurance I've ever seen from a human being. And it gets to the point when you're watching the thing where you're like, okay, she's going to readjust. Okay, and she never does. Like
she should get 5 gold medals for that performance.
100%. You beat me to it.
What was that mannequin's name from the movie Mannequin? Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, it was like she had Kim Cattrall arm.
Oh.
A mannequin's arm.
That's a great pull. I had not thought about that movie in a really long time.
I mean, she could have been training for this for years, for this one situation. You know how like China steals children from their families and turns them into athletes?
Allegedly.
Same thing, but consensually in France.
Josh, what is your can't miss Olympic sport?
100-meter dash.
Oh, because you don't have a lot of time?
No. But yes, and also yes. The 100-meter dash, because here's the thing. The entire stadium goes quiet.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It's quiet
Good
as
point.
can be.
Yeah.
And then you hear literally a gun go off. And then it is just 10 seconds of absolute frenzied running and screaming. And then
people are screaming.
Yeah,
the fans.
and then you have to watch the replay to see who actually won.
Sure.
My favorite is obviously the Michael Johnson ones, obviously. But whenever they put the slow motion camera on their faces and you see their skin trying to remove from the muscle on their face.
The 100-meter dash. It's just like the most primal thing. Who can run the fastest?
The 100-meter freestyle is greater than the 100-meter dash.
False.
Incorrect. Yeah, hard disagree. Very unpopular answer. I only care about curling every 4 years.
Yeah, sure.
For the Winter Olympics. I only care about badminton every 4 years for the Summer Olympics.
That's how I'm with
It
women.
is amazing.
Women's gymnastics. I'm
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
I will become an expert. Like
Yeah.
I can tell you what a half step
Yeah.
after a floor routine will do to your score. That's a tenth of a point.
I also like for the swimming. I like the relay swimming. I don't know if it's a 4x4 or 4x2 or whatever, but whenever they do like relay, and it's like, all right, which leg is Michael Phelps going to be on, or who's saving who, and can you catch this guy? And then those are really good. I got a first pitch.
The 2008 one is the one. Like as far as the ones in Australia against Ian Thorpe and all those guys, and Lisak comes in over France at the very end, and you're like, it's
wild.
This is as good as it gets. Also, basketball is better than it's ever been around the world right now. So this basketball will be the best basketball that we have ever seen.
It's not a guarantee for Team USA. Sorry, fans.
It's not a guarantee for a single team.
Yeah.
Like they're all very, very good.
We owe it all to the 92 Dream Team. And that's what spread basketball around the world. And that's why Major League Baseball needs to let the Major League Baseball players play in the Olympics in 4 years in Los Angeles.
In the 100 percentile.
Yeah.
Now,
They need to pause the season to do it.
Are you saying like the marketing and penetration, or are you saying like the athletes and penetration spread it around the world?
First pitch tonight will be at 7:35 Mountain Time. So Isaiah will start the pregame show at 7:15. It's basically 1 hour later than we thought. So
Alrighty.
you guys will be off the air in a couple of minutes. I'm going to start walking upstairs. Pregame at 7:15. First pitch at 7:35.
I mean, we're basically at the outro music right now.
Yeah.
So if you got to go.
All right. I had fun. Thank you.
Thank you. I love talking baseball with my boys.
All right.
In the Little Olympics.
He's the nicest professional that I've ever met.
Sure.
He just, hey, how are you guys? Can I do radio? I want to sit upstairs. If he sits upstairs during a rain delay, it's just people asking when they're going to play.
He's 100% doing a Substack on this moment.
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah. Hey, guys, here's how I got out of rolling the tarp, and you can too. From broadcasting voice of your Albuquerque Isotopes, Josh Susan. The gates are open. I believe the hats are gone.
Oh, they gone.
But it is a packed house here at Isotopes Park. First pitch will be 7:35. So what's the plan, Isaiah? You going to go to satellite for 10 minutes?
Usually Josh will quarterback the whole thing. I'm sure he'll get on and let me know what he's going to do. He usually goes live for the first segment.
Okay.
And then if we do go to CBS, we'll go there for a little and then come back with the segments.
Why don't you give the world a preview of Zay Talks for like 12 minutes and then give it to Sue?
Well, I'll just tell them where to go to watch it,
Uh-huh.
and then they will funnel the viewership, and the algorithm will boost.
If you didn't get enough of us this week, you can get some of Van and I tomorrow. Van, 8 a.m. tomorrow. You and the Dirty Boys filling the holes right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Yep.
9 a.m. Myself and Isaiah Johnson did going over this week. We had a lot of fun doing it. Talked about his first experience at a local pro wrestling show, and it was very good. Isaiah, thank you for sitting in.
Of course, that was a very fun episode.
Van, final words?
Too much for the time allotted, my friend. You stay safe out there, friends of the show, and don't miss a second of the action on opening drive every morning on the Sports Animal.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you.